a time when you just embrace bad energy. Like you've always been a guy. Like if you come outside, I feel like you're a guy that's you're gonna just deliver good energy.
Right. Because I mean that's just who I am. You know what I'm saying? I was a good dude. I mean, at the risk of, you know what I'm saying? You know, over flattering myself, but like, you know what I'm saying? I'm simple. You know what I'm saying? And I like to, I see what's in people. You know what I'm saying? You know, I see the good and I see the bullshit too.
Okay.
I got a phrase that goes, always trust everyone to be themselves, but trust in the fact you can see them well. You know what I mean? So it's like, you know, trust. It takes so much energy to not trust someone. You know what I mean? It takes too much energy. You got to stay 2 steps ahead of them, whatever. But trust them to be them.
To be themselves.
Trust the snake to bite you. Trust the lion to lie. Trust the thief to steal from you. Like, trust them to be them. But know them when you see them.
I feel there's so many things, and so never be afraid to feel. Those failures is gonna motivate you to get to where you need to go at. I always fall with my hands down, pick myself back up and start running. So I'm not afraid to say, I took a loss on this, I took a loss on that. But then what I did, I educated myself. So it wasn't a loss, it was a lesson. So every time I feel I got better at something.
All right, today we're going to talk about how we can find out and how much we can find out and what it takes to get there. So first we have to decide how much do we want to find out. So let's say in this case, I want to find out at a level of 7. Okay, so I find that level on my graph and I come horizontally to my gradient line. Where it intersects with my gradient line, I'm going to come straight down to where it intersects with my fuck around line. That there is going to tell me how much I have to fuck around to find out what I need to find out. See, as you can see, the more you fuck around, the more you're going to find out. And also, if you stay down here and you never fuck around, you'll never find out. So I hope this lesson is helpful. Thank you.
What up, everybody? What up? Welcome, man. What up, Courtney? What up, EJ? What's going on, man? Long time. It's been a couple days. It's been a couple days away. From the channel. First I want to give thanks to all the people who left all the great genuine comments. You know, one thing about this thing called life, you know, it don't matter what you may think. Oh, let me rephrase it, because what you think does matter. But 50% of the things you do in this lifetime, you know, it matters to you. The other 50% of what you do in this lifetime is the impact you have on others. Elvira, what's going on? And for me, when I say, a lot of times, you know, I talk and I speak on things, and I talk about a lot of different things of that nature. I come on here, I speak about the injustice that's going on in the world, injustice that take place within our communities with our people. But it was never my intentions to have an impact on people the way that I saw from, you know, some of the comments that I was reading from all of the people who support, the people who, you know, they understood, you know, what was going on, you know, the people that didn't ask questions. And that's for me. And for me, that what matters the most. Because a lot of time when you have things going on within your life, within, you know, your everyday living, you know, people, you know, you say certain things to people, what's going on? Why is this or why is that? But when nobody asked questions, that meant the most to me, because I felt as though the people who didn't ask questions of what was going on or didn't care to know what it is that was happening with me or anything of that nature. And they just say, look, Big Vi, I'm praying for you. Get yourself together. Take the time you need. Come back stronger. I really, really appreciated those messages, man, because those I felt was genuine and sincere messages and thank yous, and people let me know how important it was to hearing me, having me on here, hearing my voice, hearing my opinion. And for me, trust me, it has been hard not being able to come on and talk to you guys uh, every night like we do on a late night crew. Getting the information, from other supporters saying, "Look, ain't nobody else coming on at night no more since you not coming on." And I was like, you know what? I said I'm coming back. I'm coming back. But one thing about coming back, we have to clean this channel up in a way to where we can be professional and get our point across at the same time, because we don't want people to come across this platform and look at this platform as to be a platform that's not professional. And what I mean by professional, I mean we're gonna have our days when we can come on here and cut up and let loose and say whatever it is that we want to say, because I don't want nobody to feel like they can't be themselves and voice their opinion on this platform. But what I do want is I want to clean it up a little bit to where when we on here and we talking about important stuff, we take some of the, cursing, some of the cursing out of it, so we can really come on and get the information how we get the information and really make a point and get the information out into the algorithm so that others, that it will spread throughout YouTube. Um, so I'm still not fully ready to get everything going. I want to set it. I want to have things set up in place and lay things out for Miss Lady T. What's up? I want to lay things out for those that are coming back. So, and kind of get it set up and get it a little bit more professional, a little bit more organized. I said also, I want to start when we doing panels. I want to make it to where um, everyone is being able to be heard. Yeah, so I want to make it to where I want to get the panels, start back doing my live with the panels and having the fellas, ladies come up. But I want to make it to where everybody be able to get their points across. So I think I'm gonna start doing a timer, giving people 2 minutes, 2 to 3 minutes to express their concern or voice their opinion about anything that they may have an opinion about, so that we can have real conversation. And I also want to start I'm gonna be starting a late night adult conversation, and when we talk about adult conversation, I want to be able to talk about relationships, everyday life. Um, I want to have like testimonials or whatever. I just want us to be able to come on here and connect and get together and feel like a family. You know, I got my auntie on here. What's up, Midas? What's up? So yeah, so when we come back, we coming back strong. We coming back. Um, we coming back strong. We coming back better. We're gonna build this platform up, positivity, and we're gonna also make this platform a family oriented platform so people can come over here. We're gonna chill. We're gonna sit back. We're gonna kick it, and we just gonna have a conversation like we've been doing. We just gonna clean it up a little bit so that the videos can get out into the YouTube atmosphere. Um, like I say, I can't thank the people enough for all the love they showed, the emails, the comments. I mean, so many beautiful comments from everyone who followed me, sincere, genuine people. When I told them that I would be taking a little step back from YouTube, because I had to go take a step back and had to take some time to myself and just get myself together and ask myself, what do I want out of this? Why am I doing this? What do I want out of this? Is this, something that I can see myself doing? And like I say, man, I have a passion for it. And it's so funny because I'll be reading the comments sometimes. People leave comments, and some lady left a comment like, why you beating on the desk or hitting on the desk? That shows, like, it was some crazy comment a lady left in my comment section saying, why you beating on the desk? That shows signs of aggression. See, people don't understand. Aggression and passion is two different things. You know what I'm saying? But see, people get that confused. Just because a person is beating on the desk doesn't mean that that's aggression. Some people just are very passionate when they're speaking about certain situations. Or some people are very passionate about expressing themselves when it comes down to certain things. That don't mean that a person is being aggressive, but that's the whole problem with people nowadays. People always, they would rather assume than to ask questions. People see you and they'll assume something about you without asking you, and you standing right there. That's the problem. That's one of the biggest problems with the world today. People assume things about you, and you be right in their face, and they won't even ask you, hey, look like, they look like this, or look like that, or sound like you said this, or sound like you said that. Who better to confirm how I feel or what I said or what I'm doing than me, if it's me that's doing it? So when people come in the comment section, oh, you beating on the desk or you hitting on the desk, but guess what? People who've been following me over the last year or so, they understand when Big Vibe beating on the desk or talking loud or having to get somebody straight in the comment section or anything like that. Those people understand that's Big Vibe. So we come back this weekend. I want to do a panel this weekend. EJ, Midas, the fellas, ladies, everybody. I want to see at least 10 people on this panel this weekend. And like I say, I'm gonna give me a little timer from Walmart. I'm gonna give everybody, gonna have 2 to 3 minutes to express whatever it is that they want to say. We're going to let everybody talk. We're going to let everybody get their opinions out. We're going to let everybody voice their concerns, whatever it may be. We're going to make this thing operational to where we all can talk and we all can be heard and we all can be understood. And we're going to come together at the end of the day. Y'all know we still going to bring the prayers back at the end of the lives. We still got T Glenn. We still got my Uncle David. We still got Sir Miguel, J Rock, everybody, man. Lex, everybody. Everybody's still here, everybody's still rocking. They just been waiting on me to come back and pop back up on the scene and get this thing together. So we come back, we gonna come back together. I'm gonna start doing polls. I'm gonna start doing polls. So whenever I do a poll, and I'm gonna post about 2 to 3 topics of what we want to talk about. What up, Jane? So I'm gonna post topics on my community wall. 3 topics of what we want to talk about. So with the day that I post the topics, and y'all vote on it, that's gonna be the topic of the live that night. And people be ready to come on the live. We can sit on, we get on the live, we can set it up. We're gonna drop the link, boom. You know how we drop the link. Get the link, everybody come up on the panel. Boom. We're gonna have a conversation. We still gonna be on the R. Kelly sector. Most definitely, we still on the R. Kelly sector. Most definitely. Y'all seen I uploaded a video today. 50 Cent got a new show coming out called Hip Hop Homicide. Man, we gotta make sure we tune into that. Make sure y'all I think it's airing next month. So make sure y'all tune in, man. Let's support 50 Cent on this show, Hip Hop Homicides, trying to and it going back talking about all of the homicides that has took a lot of homicides that have took place in the hip hop industry and shedding light on that. Lavish Lady, what's up? And he's shedding light on a lot of the homicides that has took place in the hip hop industry. So that's gonna be something for a lot of people to check out as well. I saw today, well yesterday, the restitution court $309,000. R. Kelly was ordered to pay, and I was like, man, that's crazy. Now these supposed to be, these alleged victims ordered to receive $309,000. But that's crazy that they gave the guy that he was renting the studio from, got upwards to 1.5 million. Now that's crazy. the guy that owned the studio, the building where Kells was renting the studio from, that guy got up to 1 point something million, like 1.4, 1.5 million for that studio. And that's crazy. But these alleged victims, come on, they got Chrome. What up, Larry? But I want to know this though, with the appeals being in place, and if when this go to appellate court, when it get to Supreme Court, and these charges get overturned, how does that work as far as restitution? I have to look into that. I really have to look into that, because if especially ain't no way in Chicago. Oh yeah, well, sorry about that. Had a truck driver call. Sorry about that, y'all. But yeah, man, we gonna tackle a lot of this stuff. Um, I want to say Friday night. Yeah, Friday night gonna be the live. We gonna tackle a lot of this stuff as far as the restitution, um, the appeals, um, the corruption within the Chicago trial. I really want to know another question that I got to figure out, how does the restitution work? You know, if when this go to the appellate court and these convictions are overturned, like how does the restitution part of that overturned conviction work? That's something I gotta look into and look that up and try to see what's how does that work out. You know, if this go to appellate court and things get turned around. Unc, what's going on? Unc, talk to me. Talk to me, Unc. What's going on, man? Uh, you know, we really like to see you when this go to appellate court and these convictions get overturned. Like, how does the restitution part of that work? How does that work as far as the restitution go? And it's funny to me that, you know, the guy that owned that studio from the Chicago, that owned the studio, they gave that guy, he got like 1 point some $1 million for that studio building that R. Kelly was renting, or however, I don't know if he was renting it or supposed to be buying it or whatnot, but they awarded him 1.4, 1.5 million or something like that for that studio. But these chicks, look, $309,000 in restitution, and one of the chicks only got like $8,500 in restitution. That's crazy, right? It's amazing that the chick that got the PPP loans and all that shit like that, they gave her like 300 and some thousand. So now she can pay the IRS back for them PPP loans and have a little money left over. You know, now even with getting that restitution, she shouldn't be able to live on Section 8 no more. That she above the income bracket for Section 8 now. Man, let me see. Man, I ain't heard from y'all people in a minute, man. I ain't heard from my people in a minute, man. Let's see. Let's see who want to come up and speak to me, man. Somebody. Somebody. Yeah, we gonna clean it up out here. We coming back strong. We coming back with professionalism. We coming back getting the word out. We coming back uh holding it down, man. I look forward to seeing all my people on the panels. You know, we had the panels. We gonna be having the timers. You know, we're gonna have we're gonna continue doing our prayer like we've been doing. We're gonna continue to doing our encouraging like we've been doing. We just gonna make it a little bit we just gonna make it a little bit more professional, and so that the videos get out and everybody see, you know, so YouTube can share the videos out as well. uh you know, a lot of time when I go back into my videos, especially going to the monetizing, you know, a lot of these videos get limited monetization because of the cursing and things like that. But you know, I came out doing my channel the way I was doing it, you know, being able to speak. But you know, I got to be able to speak a little bit more professional, because we do be putting out some good information over here. We do be putting out some good positive messages over here. So we don't want people to get, you know, we don't want the swearing to allow people not to be able to receive the message. So that's something that I know that I have to fix. I have to change, and I have to lead by example. So that means I have to, you know, lead my platform in a way that I want it to be ran. I got to set the standard. So that's something that I will be doing as far as setting the standard. We're going to bring up topics. We're going to stay on topic, and we're going to tackle these topics one topic at a time until we create change, not just change for now, but change for the future as well. Um, that's pretty much like, that's the biggest thing. And oh yeah, I will be dropping a piece, because I did a piece right before I went off of here. And I was, because I was hearing a lot of people are starting to say that, Sony name is being mentioned a lot. Sony is being mentioned a lot when it comes to these R. Kelly cases. And I was telling some people like, hey man, look, Sony never supported Kells the way that people think they supported Kells. And people like, well, they supported him in 2008. I keep telling people, in 2008, Sony did not support Kells until they had stepped back from R. Kelly in 2008 as well. But once he dropped Remix to Ignition, and that Remix to Ignition went platinum, that's when Sony came back. They came back and stood in his corner. Things like that. But I was hearing and just looking up some videos and hearing like how they was treating Kells before this situation came about. Like they wasn't giving Kells no budget to shoot videos. They wasn't doing, a lot of things that Sony was doing. Sony was playing a lot of games with him before this trials, before these accusations came out with these females. And they said that he owed Sony 2 more albums, and you know how that go. You know how that go. He owed Sony 2 more albums, so now Sony looking at it like this. He owed us 2 more albums. He don't want to renew his contract. He don't want to do this. He don't want to do that. So guess what? Before we let you leave, good as you been to us, hold on. We got something for you. This industry is wild and it's wicked. But I'm telling y'all, we gotta make sure we watch 50 Cent new show that's coming out called Hip Hop Homicide. We gotta make sure we watch. Creep Teaser, what's up?
What's up? What's up? I'm not creepy.
Creep T, what's up?
I'm good. You'll make a t-shirt say Creepy T.
Yeah, I got you. Lavish Lady Talk said I thought Sony released him. Nah, they released him in 2018, 2019 when the new allegations came out, but in 2008, Sony, they fell back, but they didn't fall away. When he put out their platinum album in 2008, when he put out their platinum song, that he put out their platinum hit, Remix to Ignition in 2008, Sony came running back to him. But a lot of this stuff, you look at it, RCA, Sony. I was looking at I can't remember where I saw the video at, but I think I shared it. And they showed how Sony, how they had the issue with Michael Jackson as well. So Sony, they, he still owed them 2 more albums. Yeah, he owed them 2 more albums before they try to part ways or whatever, before these allegations came out. So I don't know how that goes as far as contract with him owing them 2 more albums. I know Kel's got enough music in the vault to, but they want that 12 play 4th quarter. That's the album they really want.
They want that.
They want that album bad, that 12 play 4th quarter. Kells ain't giving it up. I ain't. If you gonna release me, I ain't get. Why should I give it up? You gonna release me anyway? But Miss Lady T, we got some homework to do over here. We need to figure out how does that restitution work if these when these convictions get overturned. How does that restitution work? Will he be able to take these people back to court? Will they have to pay that money back, or will they cut it off right there? What?
They're getting the money right now. They're not getting it right now.
Right.
But when you get that appeal, they ain't getting that money.
Yeah, Mike spoke on Sony. Sony wanted Mike so bad. When Mike bought some of the Beatles catalog, Sony wanted the Beatles catalog so bad, they gave Mike 50% of the company. So Michael Jackson died. They bought Michael Jackson out of his ownership of Sony. They bought him out. Gave Mike $500 million. Gave it to his children.
You know what I tell all artists? Don't don't give up the rights to your music. Don't do it,
Well,
cause your children, your children, grandchildren, great grandchildren could live off those royalties forever.
but see now it's like now is you got a lot of people wanting to be in the industry so bad, they doing whatever, and that's why you see a lot of these young rappers getting killed. You got to look at it.
Hmm.
The same thing, the same thing that Barry Hankerson did to Aaliyah. Just imagine all of these rappers getting killed now.
Oh, you know what? Big Bad. I believe the mama should do an investigation on Barry Hankerson. I think her mama should do it.
So now when you now when you look at, okay, Lavish Lady say you are entitled to a refund. The United States Supreme Court recently ordered a case of Nelson versus Colorado that an individual whose criminal conviction has been overturned in appeal is entitled. Okay, so he can get his money back. He can get his money back if he when them guilty verdicts get overturned. Okay, that's a good thing, or he won't have to pay it. Well, he can get his money back because the people from the studio, they took that. Remember, they took that money when they had that $4 million or whatever, $5 million.
Hmm.
They found that money, and then they took that money and they gave it to the studio people, and they gave some to Drea, for the child support or whatever. So the
Hmm.
child support part, he won't be able to do nothing about child support. But as far as
Mm-mm.
that guy at that studio, I don't know, man. That was crazy to me. How they gave that man one point something $1 million for that studio, and the studio wasn't even worth $1 million.
Man, oh man, with Jennifer, ooh, you see what she posted last Friday?
As far as what the people with the money.
Now we talk about people scamming and stuff.
Oh well, I mean, we already know that. I don't even, you know what? I don't even want to touch on them that side of it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Because
cause she.
that's already understood. We know where that's coming from, but
Hmm.
I don't
Cause
want
yeah, you right. She say, yeah, you got one more time.
to receive a refund for the court fees and restitution they may have paid. Okay, all right, got you. Thank you, lavish lady. Yeah, I'm not even want to touch on none of that dealing with them people, man. I've heard it and seen it all. I seen somebody send me some, had my name in a whole nother chat that I don't even go on that side of town over there. You know,
Like I said, forget 'em.
you know what I'm saying? I don't even go on that side of town. But yeah, but yeah, Sony, Sony, they some serious. They RCA, they some. People don't RCA. Sam Cooke was signed to RCA, and see, RCA had
Hmm.
a problem with Sam Cooke because of his political outlook. Sam Cooke was running
Hmm.
with Muhammad Ali, Malcolm X, and those guys, and the record label didn't like that. So and it's crazy how Sam Cooke was, he was killed, behind a woman. A woman stole his. He go to a motel with a woman. She steal his clothes. He go to find her looking for her. He go to get his clothes, his pants back from this woman. This woman act like Sam Cooke and done so much to her. Then this lady shoots and kills Sam Cooke. The
Hmm.
lady didn't even do a day in jail.
I believe that was a setup.
Yeah, it was a setup. Most definitely was a setup, man.
And
See,
just like Marvin Gaye, they won't. Uh, Barry Gordy didn't want Marvin Gaye to do what's going on because it was too political.
yep. So that's one of the big problems with our celebrities. But now I think what's going on now, like I was saying with Barry Hankerson, what he did with Aaliyah, that $90 million that he got off of Aaliyah was from the money that she would have potentially made, her potential earnings. You know, that's what the $90 million come from. So now if you look at all these young rappers who being killed, you know, now you look at that, all these young rappers who being killed, they signing these contracts. So guess what? If you're a rapper that's out here talking about street stuff, talking about gangsters, talking about shoot 'em up, bang bang, guess what? When these record labels sign you, guess what they doing? They getting a life insurance policy out on you as well, because they know you living a high risk life. They have an insurance policy on you that your parents don't even have.
Like that rapper just got killed. PNB.
PNB Rock.
I believe that girl set him up.
Man, but I just seen a video. I can't even say the girl set him up, because if you go on YouTube and look at a video, he's on YouTube talking about niggas ain't gonna kill me, niggas ain't gonna take my chain. A nigga try to take my chain, take my little brother chain, and they blammed on him. So you cocky like that, you talking like that, you invite. One thing I tell people have to understand: you can invite company into your life that you don't even want, that you don't even welcome. And what I mean
Mm-hmm.
by inviting company into your life that you don't welcome, when you go around talking a certain way, you talk a certain way, it, when you talk a certain way,
You get blast.
you know what I'm saying? You on social media saying, "Hey, I'm Big Bad Wolf. Ain't nobody gonna take my chain. Ain't nobody gonna do nothing to me." You know how many people sitting back like, "Man, wherever I see him at, I'ma try him." You know how many people, how much of a target you put on your back when you think that you're bigger than what you are, when you feel like you can't be touched. You know how many artists, how many people feel like they can't be touched, and then one day they just so happen to get touched, and then boom. You get what I'm saying? It happens like that.
Yeah, because I remember this. Remember, they said she posted the location where it was at, then deleted it
But
off of social media.
the thing about it, Miss Lady T, where he was at, he wasn't supposed to be there, whether she posted the location or not. He in the hood. You hearing gangsters, MC8, all of these gangsters
Mm-hmm.
from California saying, why would he go there? He went there because guess what? He's one of those people who feel as though I can go wherever I want to go. Ain't nobody gonna try me. But when you put that bad energy out into the universe, guess what? The universe has a way of speaking. The
Mm-hmm.
universe, one thing about reality, it will always come to face you. And how many people, I always say this, how many people can really face their own reality? You don't put that energy out into the atmosphere as if you can't be touched. One of my favorite movies, Scarface. You know
Mm-hmm.
what happened? Why Scarface got killed? He
Too
was a
cocky.
he was a principal man. He was a principal man. I love the movie Scarface. Is
That's
by
one of
far my favorite movie of all time.
my eyes
But
too.
if Scarface would have hit that button and blew that car up and killed that lady and that little boy, he would have still had lived. But
Mm-hmm.
also Scarface had got way bigger than he ever thought he would be.
Mm-hmm.
So he was cocky. But he
Yeah.
was a he was a principal man.
Yeah.
But at the
So
same time,
remember,
he
remember we say I don't do kids. I don't kill kids.
yeah, he was principled. He wasn't gonna kill, he knew the people was coming out there. Linda, welcome, Linda, what's going on? He knew once he killed that hitman,
Mm-hmm.
once he did that, he knew that those people was gonna come after him. But at the
Mm-hmm.
same time, you are never bigger than the program. And what I
Mm-mm.
mean when I say you're never bigger than the program, we are watching the same thing right now with Robert Sylvester Kelly. The only thing is his fight is a legal fight. He's having a legal battle with the
Yeah.
with the pro against the program.
Yeah.
But
He
one thing
fighting a
about the program,
machine. That's what he doing. Fighting a machine.
the program will always come. The program will always show you, you know, this is the program. This is the program. You know what I'm saying? But the only thing about Kel's fight is when it's a legal fight, you have to cross every T. You have to dot every I. See what the
Mm-hmm.
government did in Kel's situation, they didn't cross every T. They didn't
Mm-hmm.
dot every I. They just threw a bunch of stuff on a piece of paper and said, make it stick. So now the same thing that what they fought to do was keep Kel's captive is gonna be the same thing to help him get free. But I tell people this now, you have to look at now. It's something about the number 30. The number 30. The number 30 is a serious number when it comes to this industry called the
Mm-hmm.
rap industry. And I want to salute to uh uh it's another channel. Man, the guy I ain't seen that guy in a minute. Thank you, Linda. Oh, I think about his channel. I think about the name of the channel. But he did a video back. Um, this dude did a video back. And he talked about like the masters and what it takes for an artist, how long it takes for artists that don't have own their masters, how long it takes for them to be able to get their masters back. He did a video and he put it out. It takes an artist every 30 years. An artist is due to apply for their masters back. But the thing about it, after that 30-year mark, you have from 30 to 35 years. So you have a 1 to 5 year from the year 30 to 35 years. You have to put in to get your masters back. And then if you don't apply for your masters within a certain time frame, then guess what? It goes back to the label. So it was Kel's 30th year when he got locked up. The year he got locked up made 30 years. That's why he said, I gave 30 years. When he said that, it was symbolic. When he said, I gave 30 years of my life to this, because after that 30th year, guess what? Chaos knew he hadn't owned his rights to his music, his publishing, or none of that his whole career. It was time for him to put in that paperwork to get his masters back, get his publishing, get all of that shit, get all of that stuff, important things back. See, once he was gonna sign over, he gonna what I feel, and this is I don't want nobody to take my word and run with it. And that's the dude named Senator Sane. Senator Sane did a video on about the masters, and he broke it down as far as how it goes when an artist can apply for their masters back if they don't own their masters. You have to put in that 30 years. You have a from 30 to 35 year window for you to do the application and apply for your master. So, and can't nobody do this for you. This is something that you have to do along with a lawyer. You can take your lawyer in with you, but you have to be there. Because someone was asking, well, can't his lawyer just do it? No, he has to be there. You have to think about when, like Prince, when Prince went into the record label and he put that symbol on their desk and told them that he wasn't gonna be no slave for no label, and he wanted his masters to his music. It's crazy how was Prince get his masters. So you mean to tell me that Prince was smart enough to tell these people, I want my masters to my music, apply for his masters, retain his masters, but he was smart enough to write no will. He was smart enough to leave none of his work to his family. Nobody. That just don't make sense to me. The same thing with Michael Jackson. Same thing to Michael Jackson. Ask yourself. Michael Jackson bought some of the Beatles catalog. Sony wanted the Beatles catalog so bad that they gave Michael Jackson part ownership into Sony. All of a sudden, Michael Jackson, they come out with these allegations against Michael Jackson. Then they come out saying Michael Jackson was on, he was propofol. He was on all these painkillers. This man was getting ready to go on tour. He was getting ready to go on the last tour around the world. How is this man on all these painkillers and things of that nature? And this man out here practicing every day for a tour. All of a sudden, now he on all these pain medicines and things like that. He's so sedated, all this different stuff. Like, come on, man, that just don't happen like that.
But
This man out getting ready to go on the biggest tour of his lifetime. But these people do they talk about the insurance policy that they had on Michael Jackson tour?
mm-mm-mm.
They don't talk about that insurance policy that they had on the tour.
Cause right before Prince died, Big Five, they said he just had a hip surgery. Prince, cause Prince jumping on pianos, doing splits
Man,
and
Prince
stuff.
had a concert. Prince had a concert the night before.
He just had a hip surgery. Remember? He had a hip surgery.
Yeah, he did come out and speak about Sony. Michael Jackson did. I'm telling y'all, these people in this industry are very, very, and now I'm gonna tell y'all something. When you think about it like this, right? How is it that some of our greatest entertainers, Michael Jackson, they want to associate him with, molesting boys, little boys, and drugs. Prince, they want to associate him with drugs. Whitney Houston, they want to associate her with drugs. Why is it all of our people, all of our celebrities, all of our greats that supposed to be celebrated? When it's their time and their demise come, they are tarnished. They are dragged. They are slandered all throughout the media, all throughout the public. All of our great people, they don't get to transition with the flowers and having the glory and going into glory the way that they should be for the work that they've done while they was here on this earth. But no, it's okay to say, oh, they did this, they had this problem, they had this addiction. Come on, man. Some of this stuff at some point people have to start asking questions and saying, we got to make this make sense. Like, you got to make this make sense. How do all of our greatest artists of all time are somewhere, some way, some shape associated with some type of, the R word, the M word, and then drugs, addictions, addicts? You got to make that make sense to me. When they go against the grain and start asking about them masters, most definitely. Most definitely. And yeah, we're going to send the prayers up for Florida. I did talk to the brother T. Glenn. I don't see him in here. I asked him, was him and his family okay? They out in Florida. He said that that the family was okay. I know I talked to T. Glenn also last week. He texted me and told me that he was dealing with COVID. And, he also, he had to go to dialysis every day. And on top of going to dialysis every day, the brother somehow caught COVID as well. So we was already praying for him about that. And then I checked on him about when I saw the storm was headed that way. And he said that him and the family was okay. That was earlier today. I checked on him and, seeing was him and his family doing all right. He said him and the family was doing okay. So
Yeah.
hopefully I hear from T. Glenn. Maybe he go to dialysis at like 4, 5 in the morning. Not sure if he's gonna be able to go. Not sure how bad it is in the area he's at. But hopefully he'll text me and let me know something, or he might hop on this live tonight or something like that. But
Yeah. Let's pray for the people in Florida.
yeah, so yeah, we gonna have to tackle all of that. We're gonna have to tackle all of that. So, but like I tell people, man, once Kels, he been down for 3 years. He might sit down another 2 years. That'll be the 5 years up. And by the time he get out, he won't be able to acquire by his masters until another 30-year window pass. So they'll been and accomplished what they wanted. they still will own the masters to his music.
Yeah, Big Val, I just came up here to say, welcome back. Keep doing what you're doing. He said gonna be some changes.
Oh yeah, we gonna clean it up and make it professional. Like I say, I'm gonna give me a timer. I'm gonna give everybody be able to come on, give everybody time to talk and express their concern, get their point of view out, and we gonna be able to have a conversation. We are gonna bring the adult conversation back. I want to talk about relationship building, communication, things like that. I want to bring that to the channel as well, for so we can just we can talk about we gonna keep it about what we've been talking about, the injustice, but I want to make it about us as well, and that's by throwing in the grown folks conversation, the adult conversation, as far as like relationships and communication and whatever, ABCs, 1, 2, 3s, all that different stuff.
And don't talk about the potato salad.
I ain't gonna talk about that. So I think Smokey Robinson can answer your question. Smokey Robinson been around a long time. He knows the industry ins and out. He knew Barry Gordy. If you can get Smokey Robinson on your live, man. If I was to get Smokey Robinson on my live, boy, look here. But a lot of questions. I'm gonna tell you something, Larry. People ain't gonna speak on a lot of the serious things that goes on when it comes to the industry. Like, but one of the biggest things I think 50 Cent is going to expose. I think 50 Cent is going to expose a lot with this new show that he has coming out. With this new show that 50 Cent has coming out, I think it's going to expose a lot in the industry. Hip Hop Homicide, and this show is going to go back over a period of time. This show is gonna go back over a period of time. So Diddy, yeah, yeah, because I'm quite sure Diddy did the same thing with Biggie. When Biggie died, I'm quite sure Diddy got a big lump sum of money off. I'm quite sure Puff got a lot of money off Diddy. Puff got a lot of money off of Biggie death. And just like Barry Hankerson got 90-something million off of Aaliyah's death. Just imagine all of these new artists that's coming out, that's signing these contracts. Say if they owe these labels 2 albums, 3 albums, and they get killed after the first album. So guess what? All the money that they would have generated from those albums, guess who get that money? The label getting it. Man, the label getting so much money from, man, I'm trying to hold on, y'all. Just a second. Just a second. Just a second. I'm trying to get it up here for y'all. My EJ, you gonna have to hit the link, bro. Here it is right here. Man, y'all make sure y'all tune in for this. And Coolio, Coolio died. Coolio. Let me see. That's gonna be right there is gonna be something y'all don't want to miss. Let me see. Oh man. I'm gonna have to get it figured out for y'all though. Yeah, man, but if y'all didn't catch the video, the upload that I posted yesterday, y'all go and check out that upload and see what 50 got cooking up, what 50 got going on. Let me see. Hold on, y'all. Just a second, y'all. I'm trying to blow it up for y'all to be able to see it. Yeah. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Make sure y'all don't miss this, man. Make sure y'all don't miss this. This gonna be epic, man. I even seen he had Soldier Slim on there. Magnolia Shorty. Man, he had so many people on there, man. This is gonna be epic right here. Hip Hop Homicide. This is gonna be epic right here. Rest in peace to Coolio. Rest in peace to Coolio, man. And he still had that one braid. That he still had those plaits sticking out his hat to this day. Man, this is gonna be epic, man. I'm not missing this. I seen these previews. I said, ain't no way. Ain't no way I'm missing this. Ain't no way I'm gonna miss this. And all these people are people who were shot and killed. These ain't even like Juice World's not even on them. Juice World died from an overdose. But all these, I mean, it's so many people. Man, 50, man, we're gonna have to protect 50 Cent, man. We're gonna have to watch 50 Cent real close after this, man. Cause this right here is barking up a new tree. This right here is barking up a whole nother level right here. This right here is barking up a whole nother level. So make sure y'all be on the lookout for this show. I'm gonna get some dates, but it's coming on the All Black Network. I guess that's an app y'all can download, the All Black app. Most definitely. You got King Von was on Empire too, EJ. And see the thing about Tupac, me and I saw Uncle video. People didn't even know Tupac. Tupac had his own record label before even signing with anybody. He had his own record label. He dropped his first album. Tupac's first album was put out under his own record label. What he did with Death Row, that was just like a joint venture. Oh, Star Ring. Oh yeah, Star Ring. Yeah. Yeah, Tupac first album he dropped it under his own record label. And then once he got into the legal trouble, he did a joint venture with Death Row Records. And still the venture that he did with Death Row, he still was under Interscope. Is Unc still in here? Is Unc still in here? I had to bring that to y'all as well. But his first album was under his own record label. And then he got into the legal trouble that he had. Then that's how he ended up doing a joint venture with Suge Knight and them. But still the joint venture they were still under Interscope as well. So like people like, oh, Tupac was about to leave Death Row to go start his own record label. Tupac had already had his own record label before he even went to Interscope. I mean, before he even went to Death Row. They say when he got out, he had them 3 albums ready. As soon as he got out, they were like, that's why he was working so fast to pay that money back that he had borrowed from Death Row. That's why he was working so fast. So when Tupac got out of prison, they say he put those 3 albums out almost in 1 year. He put the 3 albums out. Really, he saved Death Row. Tupac saved Death Row, and he was about to go. They had already lost Snoop. They had already lost Dre. Tupac was about to leave, go and do his own thing like he was already doing before he came over there. So a lot of stuff. We're gonna get into a lot of this stuff, man. We're gonna break a lot of this stuff down. We're gonna get into a lot of this stuff and break it down and show people. But me and other people, we be talking about it. We be finding information. And what I'm gonna start doing is when I find information that I feel like you all want to see, I'm gonna start putting it on my community wall, so y'all can go and watch these interviews and things of that nature. But Tupac was way ahead of his time. Tupac was way ahead of Death Row Records. Tupac was on his way. He just got into some legal trouble, and then boom, Death Row. He went signed with Death Row like a joint venture. They came with a little money to help him in the situation. So when he signed a little. What he signed was is almost like a little loan from Death Row Records, right? EJ, man, I gotta do. Hey, hit the link, Hit the link, EJ, email me, EJ. All you gotta do is email me. I'll send you the link. Man, they got the paperwork and everything. They got the paperwork. The guy they showed the paperwork and everything that Tupac was never signed to Death Row. Uncle, if you can, man, hit the link for me right quick. Now, Tupac had his own label already. You see, that's why a lot of us was misinformed, about Tupac. Tupac, he dropped his first album under his own record label. Then he got into the trouble he was in a bind. So by him being in that bind, then Death Row came. When Death Row came with the little loan, they came with a little loan. That's why Tupac, when he got out, he put those 3 albums that he promised them. That's why he put out them 3 albums so fast. He put them 3 albums out within the first year or so of being over there with them. He was getting ready to leave. Then Suge Knight owed it. Matter of fact, Death Row owed it. At this point, they owed it Tupac money when he died. They owed Death Row owed it. They was due to pay Tupac 2.5 million before he died. He had over exceeded the expectations. I got the link though, EJ. I gotta do it. Email me so I can have your direct correspondent, EJ, and then I send you the link to the information. And when you see this information, you're gonna be like, God, dog, I didn't know that. Man, it messed my head up. Me and Unc, I sent it to Unc. Unc was like, wow. I'm like, we was like, I promise when I saw the information, man, I was like, what? Man, Tupac was people, the world, I don't think the world understand how much, I don't think the world understand, I don't know how much the world understand how much advanced Tupac was of his time. Tupac was way more advanced, and Tupac was under the umbrella of Interscope before, I think it's Interscope. But I got all the information, EJ, send it to you. I know you like this, and you're gonna like this. You're gonna be like, what? I didn't know that. But I'm telling you, when you see the paperwork, I mean, this ain't nobody talking. This ain't nobody just saying nothing. This somebody who has the actual paperwork. They showing the contracts. They showing the breakdowns of the contract. They showing all this information. Bro, you're going to be like, man, I did not know that. You're going to be like, I did not know that. But you're gonna make you, you're gonna look at a whole lot of stuff different. Then you're gonna ask yourself, like, what people are saying as far as like Suge Knight, what they really thought about Tupac. Yeah, they knew what Tupac was. They knew where he was headed. They knew what Tupac was headed. And a lot of them guys that was on death row was gonna be leaving right out the door behind Tupac. The art of dialogue. Yeah, that probably was who they. I don't know. Is that a light skinned guy? I don't know who that is, but it's a guy. No, yeah, art of dialogue. Yeah, that's a YouTube podcast. Yeah, that guy right there. I think that's the show that I seen it on. But that light skinned guy was on there, and he showed the contracts and everything. He said this. He said that Tupac put his first album out under his own record label. And see, people, the world been thinking like, Death Row did so much for Tupac. Death Row didn't do nothing but help Tupac at the time. They helped him when he was in that situation. But then Suge Knight saw how Pac was moving, and Pac put them albums out so fast, them 3 albums, boom, 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 back to back. But Pac said he had wrote over, I think he said he had wrote over 180 songs while he was locked up. So when he got out, he had a whole bunch of music ready to go. He had a lot of music ready to go. And see, PNB Rock. I'm gonna tell y'all something that's so crazy. PNB Rock was killed in California. It's been 2 artists that was killed in that. One artist was killed in Houston. Another artist was shot and killed in Dallas over the last weekend. Rappers. One rapper was signed to I think they say one of them was Lil Uzi Vert artist. She was a female, and the other one was a dude, a male rapper from Dallas. Yeah, so these rappers been getting knocked off left and right, man. It's I don't want to be a rapper, man. It's hard being a rapper out here nowadays. They got targets on their back. I don't know what it is, or they look like a lick, whatever. I don't know, but I'm just stick to being a blogger. BB Beauty, what's going on? Yeah, but we gonna most definitely we gonna have to break it down and talk about it. Yeah, Tupac had a lot. Tupac had a lot of material, man. He was always working, always writing. That's why I wish. But they say he told Kels that them people was coming for him. Man, I wish that him and Kels would have had the chance to have a real conversation. Yeah, Dallas has been hot since Mo 3 death. Yeah, they've been doing a lot of stuff. They've been doing a lot of killing out this way. They've been doing a lot of killing out this way since that Mo 3 issue. The label got insurance on all their artists. Exactly. That's why they signed a lot of these high profile artists. Like these artists that be out here in the streets, with all that violence and stuff like that. They like signing them type of artists, especially if they got a big following. So they know people gonna support them. And people support, and the thing about being an artist, you get more support in your death than you do while you living. So if you selling 1,000,000 units while you living, when you die, you projected to sell 3 to 4 million units. Yeah, but see, uh, you say you can't believe that Mo 3 was killed on the highway, but see, Mo 3 was rapping about. See, a lot of stuff, a lot of this story with Mo 3. The thing about when he talk about, when the person that he so called had beef with, shot Buddy on the highway, such and such on the toll road, all type of stuff like that. And then how ironic it is, you get gunned down on the highway after talking about, somebody else being gunned down on the highway. Like it's so crazy. And traffic is bad out here in Texas. Traffic is bad out here in Texas, but man, you just had to have the worst fucking luck in the world for traffic to be at a standstill like that. You know, and you can tell that this guy you can tell that Mo 3 wasn't a guy who probably like moved around in certain areas, because if you from an area, right? Like if you from an area out here in Texas, you know, if you from an area out here in Texas, you know when the traffic is bad. You know when the traffic is good. You know when you can take this way. You can take this way. That's just like me when I come to work every day. I have 3 different ways I can take to work. But I know if I leave at 4 o'clock, I can take this way, I should be good. If I leave at 5 o'clock, I can take this way, I should be good. If I leave at 6 o'clock, if I go the other way, I should be good. You know, but when you live out here so long and you going to the same places and you operating within the same premises all the time, you know where you can go and where you can't go, and what time you can go and what time you can't go. Like for him to hop on that highway, the busiest highway in Texas, one of the busiest highways in Texas, he would have had a better chance on the service road. Yes, Pac did have a chat with Kel. Yeah, he told him he told him, they talked, he told them people was coming for him. But see, I just don't, man, it's just messed up to see see what Kels is going through, but even like Mr. Farrakhan as well, but you know, I sat down, I was on another platform the other day, and I'm hearing Demetrius Smith talk. and I'm listening to Demetrius Smith talk. In the way that Demetrius Smith talked about R. Kelly, man, and you call R. Kelly your little brother, this, that, and the third, man. But the way that the way that he talked about R. Kelly, you can hear the envious in this man's voice. You can hear the hatred in this man's voice. Like, you can hear the way, ain't no way that dude should have been around R. Kelly. Yes, we saw that Coolio died. Yes, ma'am. Ain't no way Demetrius Smith should have ever been around R. Kelly, man. He ain't never cared about that guy, man. He never cared about Kel. And here's some of the stuff that he was saying. You know, Robert got a problem, Robert got this type of problem. Robert did this, Robert did that. And I'm like, how the hell can Demetrius Smith sit up and talk about R. Kelly having problems? R. Kelly doing this, R. Kelly doing that. Demetrius Smith, you got a whole kid by a 15-year-old female. And then not only did you have a kid by a 15-year-old female, you put the female up to going to lie on Kel like he was the girl baby daddy. Like, come on, Demetrius, bro. Demetrius, you was the fucking snake from hell. You was one of the biggest problems R. Kelly had around him. But you sit up and you talk about other people and talk about Robert did this, Robert selfish, Robert got big-headed, this, that, and the third. Man, you was the worst. He was the worst thing ever happened. Demetrius Smith was the worst thing that ever happened to R. Kelly, man. For real. He was. And Kel's being the type of person he is that always, give people chance after chance, want to help the wrong people. And this is how we get the outcome that we got, what this man going through, what he going through now. Like, this man sit up like you stealing. Come on, you stealing from the man, but then you gonna say you go and take some money from him. He had about $700. I only took $200. Come on, man, you a thief. A thief ain't finna take $200 when there's 5 more sitting in there. They gonna take the whole 7. I don't know who the hell Demetrius think he fooling. Yeah, I have. I've seen it. That's why I move the way that I move in life now. I don't deal with too many people. I don't have a big social circle, because it's people like Demetrius Smith that makes me question people all the time, motives. People who always asking you for favors, and then when you ask them for a favor, shit, man, I ain't got it. Or, man, if I had it, I'd give it to you. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You got people that always should come to you for things, but you can't go to them. All right, there go. Hey, EJ, there you go, right there. That was Tupac. That was Tupac record label before he got with. This was before the Suge Knight. This was before the Suge Knight situation. Out the Gutter Records. That was before the Suge Knight. This is what he dropped his first album on. That's the label he dropped his first album on. Out the Gutter Records. Yep. So he got with Death Row. When he got locked up, he did a little joint venture with Death Row to get himself out of jail. And then, he was gonna be going back to his own situation where he will be benefiting the most. Yeah, man. Kells kept helping all of the people that were stealing from him, forgiving them. Right. And then they get mad at each other. Demetrius getting mad at Barry because Barry's saying Demetrius stealing. Barry getting mad at Demetrius because Demetrius saying Barry's stealing. Daryl getting mad at Demetrius and Barry because he's saying they stealing. Demetrius and Barry getting mad at Daryl because they say Daryl's stealing. It was so just everybody just getting mad at each other. Everybody stealing. Everybody taking. Like, they were doing everything but caring for the man. They were doing everything but caring for this brother, man. And to hear Demetrius Smith talk the way he talked, man, Demetrius Smith was the worst kind of person to be around R. Kelly ever, man. Demetrius Smith, he was the one who was going to recruit. He was going to meet them women. Demetrius Smith was going to meet women, right? But how he was meeting women, he was telling these females that he was associated with R. Kelly. That's why so many of them lawsuits was coming from Demetrius Smith. Demetrius was telling these people that he's associated to R. Kelly. He was telling people he was associated with R. Kelly. That's how he was dealing with these females. And when things went wrong, he'd tell the woman, well, you know what? I can tell you how to make some money. You know, go down here, holler at this attorney. Man, how is it even okay for the damn attorney, Susan Loggins, to have a billboard that say, if you dealt with R. Kelly, come see me, pretty much. This woman had a whole billboard soliciting people to come in and visit if they have had any dealings with R. Kelly. That's wild. That's wild. But you know, sometimes it take, you know, you have to go through the fire. You have to go through the storm to see the rain. That was the lick, most definitely. I told people that way back a year ago. I said these people had a whole operation finding women on the streets. And I'm gonna tell y'all something. That's how I know none of these females was under the age of 18. Because how are these females filing these settlements? How are these people? How was Demetrius New finding these ladies on the streets of Chicago to file these lawsuits against R. Kelly without their parents? The only way they could have got settlements from R. Kelly is without their parents signing for it, was these young ladies had to be 18 years or older. They can't go see a lawyer at 17. They can't talk to a lawyer. A lawyer can't do business with them if they under the age of 18. Could no lawyer sit down and do no settlements with them? Then they cashing the checks. They suing. The checks coming in their name. These females cashing these checks as well. Or they probably were depositing the money into Susan's account, and then Susan giving the female what she giving. You know, they breaking it out. But this crazy, man. We're gonna really get off into that. One of these Friday nights or whatever. I just wanted to come back on tonight and just touch bases with everybody and let everyone know that, you know, I'm feeling better. My head is clearer. Yeah, I think the government knows better too. I think the government knows the truth. The government knows the truth, but I'm telling you what they holding R. Kelly for. Right, we're gonna prove that as well. And I got proof of that. I got some proof of that. I got proof of that in my phone already. But you know, I just wanted to come back to let everybody know, you know, I'm feeling better. We're gonna come back with the channel, reload it. I'm gonna keep the same thing, but it's gonna be Big Vol Opinion 2.0. We coming back, Big Vol Opinion 2.0. And like I said, we're gonna do the timer. And I'm encouraging everyone to participate. I'm encouraging everyone to participate in the panels. You don't have to come on with your screen on. You know, you can put your picture on there for your avatar, whatever. But I'm gonna need, in order for us to make this channel be great and grow, I'm gonna need for everyone to be able to participate in the lives when we come on and do the lives. I want everybody to be able to come on and participate. We're going to have a timer, give everybody 2 to 3 minutes to talk. We're going to pick topics. We're going to give people 2 to 3 minutes to express themselves. And we're going to do this in a professional manner to where everybody is heard, everybody's concerns are addressed, everybody's opinions are heard as well. So we're going to make this professional. We're going to do this like a real talk show. I want to see ladies on the panel just as well as guys on the panel. So if we can have 10 people on the panel, if we can have 10 people on the panel, I need to have 5 guys on the panel just as well as 5 females on the panel. Balance. What up with it, EJ?
What's going on, Big Five?
What's up with it, bro, man? It's been about I feel like it's been forever, man, but I'm happy to see y'all back in the chat, man.
Yeah, we glad to see you back, Five. I know you have to take some time away, and I understand.
Yeah, man, I'm staying away from the drama. I ain't entertaining. I ain't got a problem with nobody. Don't want no problem with nobody. Don't, anybody come over with that nonsense, they getting blocked. I don't care about the subscription. I
Yeah,
want my peace and my sanity.
that's what it's about.
Hey, man, you ready for this new show, man? I seen the previews today. Man, I'm like 50 got a banger right here, man.
I
I
know I
say,
saw that on his Instagram.
yeah, I say we gonna have to protect 50 Cent for sure.
Yeah, as much as what he said about Lil Kim's daughter, that was uncalled for. But when it comes to this, this is something really, really important that we need to take notes and take heed to.
Most definitely, man. When I seen Magnolia Shorty on there, Soldier Slim on there, so many people like,
Yeah.
and being from Louisiana, and we heard different stories and different things like that. But how all
Hmm.
these artists is, you know, at the break of their career, then boom, nothing.
Yeah. Yeah, the Soldier Slim one. Wow, that story is really it had me like really want to do research though because like for them to just take him out like that in front of his people's mom.
Right. And he was about to start his own record label as well. He was because he didn't want to sign. He was gonna sign with Master P now, but then
Hmm.
he didn't like you know some with the contract wasn't right. So he was about to start that Chopper City Records or whatever. And it's crazy, man. Just you run to the store, get back, get out your truck, walking up to your house, and boom. They don't shoot this man with just a pistol. They shoot this man with a AK-47.
Right, and I heard through the Vine that they said that BG was the one that dropped them off.
I don't know, but is because I was watching it, because they got so many documentaries or whatever, and but one of the documentaries I seen, they show like, they, how they do like reenactments or whatever, and they showed them pulling up in front of the house, and he hopped out of
Hmm.
the car, he was walking up to the door, and he was walking up to the house, he hadn't even made it to the steps good.
Right.
They say, EJ, I got some. What do you say? What 50 say about Lil Kim's daughter?
I mean, what 50 Cent said about Lil Kim's daughter was he said something about her disability.
Oh yeah, I ain't seen that. I don't be
Yeah,
following 50 like that. I just follow him because I don't watch none of that. I just so happen to run across this little series, I think, today on Instagram, and I've seen the previews of it. I'm like, damn, okay. But yeah, but that he talked about her eyes. Oh shit, that ain't cool. I mean, what Lil Kim said about 50?
I don't know, but 50 been talking about Kim for years. He really has been.
It's bigger than Kelly. He just the spearhead. Yeah, but Kel's finna beat them. And that, like I say, man, I'm glad Lavish Lady answered that question earlier. But yeah, but see, he talked about Lil Kim way back on this one song he had called Piggy Bank when he talked
Right.
about Khalees and Nas and all them on that song way back in the day. When he put out what was that Damascus album, he talked about all them, Shine, Fat
Hmm.
Joe, all them.
Yeah. Yeah, and Sean came back with him with that for the record though, and that's what shut 50 up.
Yeah, Shine, he's like a president over there in
Belize.
Belize. Yeah, he like one of the top, one of in the political in the government over there. I was like, wow. I
Hmm.
mean, I guess you can go to other countries and do that. I don't think you can, do the type of stuff he did out in this country and come run for a president.
Yeah, I heard he about to get back into music.
Yeah, I mean, he sounded real good. I think what that I seen him did Puff Daddy bring him out on some show. Was that
Hmm. That I think it was that
was it
Bad
the
Boy.
BT Award, the Bad Boy, the what it was something. But I seen he had came out and did that one song. But I still be bumping that who on the
Bad
Bucks.
Boys.
Yeah, ashes
Hmm.
to ashes, dust to dust.
Yep. Hmm.
I want to say she tried to set him up or something to that effect. Something happened between them two,
Happened between who?
Lil Kim and 50, man, for him to be on her like that.
Yeah, ever since they did that Magic Stick, they supposedly they supposed to said that was supposed to have been 50 song instead of Lil Kim.
Yeah, dang. Thank you, Harry. Yeah, we coming back. Big Vibe Opinion 2.0. We gonna do this thing, man. And EJ, bro, I most definitely want to see you here. Sir Miguel, all the the people that's always over here, J Rock, Lil Mac, everybody, Lex, and we're gonna make this thing we're gonna grow this platform the right way, and we gonna talk about topics and discussions that the urban community, our community, that we all relate to, and we're gonna give our views and opinions, and we're gonna talk about it and make sense about a lot of it, man. Because a lot of stuff that's going on in the world today, bro, it's a lot of stuff we can be talking about. So when I talk about the adult conversation, man, we gonna have real adult conversation, and we're gonna be able to mix it up a little bit with what's going on, and also like mix it up with what's going on in the world today, and just mix our own personal conversation into like things that we have issues with, within with ourselves and what we see. So that's something that I want to bring and make it. I want the channel to be more about the people in the chat as well as the people on the platform. So everybody will be heard, and people, I don't, y'all don't have to come on here. You you know, you don't have to come on here and show your face and none of that stuff like that, because I know it's crazy people out here that be looking people up and all type of stuff like that. But I want us to be able to have the conversation and your voice be heard and engage in the conversation. And we gonna make this thing take off, man, because we're gonna be doing reviews, especially when this show come out. We're gonna be doing reviews of what we heard. We're gonna be going back over some of the Friday. I think I'm gonna do the what you call. I'm gonna do because people were saying Sony, Sony. and people were saying that Sony supported Kels in '08, and I want to tell people that Sony wasn't supporting Kels in '08
It wasn't.
uh until Kels dropped that remix to
Ignition.
Ignition and then went platinum, and then Sony came back, want to parade them around. But I heard somewhere I was watching today. I should be able to go back through my history on YouTube and look, and they seen that they were saying about Kels older them older Sony 2 more albums, and say Sony wasn't trying to give him no budget or none of that for videos or none of that before all this chaos popped off. So Sony they trying to pretty much saying Sony had something coming down the pipe anyway. So why was they not trying to fund him the budgets for his videos and stuff?
Yeah, because they want to get because money talks, BS runs a marathon.
Most definitely. I
And
mean,
not
if
only
this
that,
your
I mean,
artist,
no, go ahead.
now I'm saying if this your artist and this one of y'all biggest artists, why is he having a problem with getting the budget for doing video shoots or any of that, like anything to that sort?
Maybe off the strength of people like Barry Hankins.
Yeah, but see, that's another thing. Like he didn't like the way they fucked him out of his money. Like that's something that you don't even go to the record label for, right? You should have enough money to sponsor and fund your own videos. You know what I'm saying? Therefore,
Hmm.
you get more of a percentage of the video, than you would if they sponsored the video. You get what I'm saying?
Hmm.
They'll say, "Oh, we gonna give you an advance and say, hey, we want you to give we want 60, we want 40% of the video proceeds. But if you can fund your own video, guess what? Shit, that's all 100% your money coming back.
Right.
That's something I heard Kevin Hart talk about as well. Kevin Hart say he paid for his own tours and everything. So all the money he make come back to him.
Hmm.
So Kel just in a situation just where people just like Demetrius Smith, like J Rock always say, man, people booking shows in his name, and then he not showing up, and then guess who gets sued for not showing up? R. Kelly.
Or
Guess who
Kelly.
had to pay the money? R. Kelly. But now
Or
these people
Kelly.
done got these advances, and they pocketed the advances. And Kel don't show up, they give him a $50,000 advance, and he turn around and get sued for $100,000. Make that make sense?
Exactly.
Yeah, Sony is with Disney. Also, Disney on ABC, NBC, Lifetime, all that shit is all partnered together.
Yep. And Disney on 20th Century Fox too.
Yep. So all that's partnered together. And then I was sitting up here like, why the hell? But I heard Dana explaining it though. I didn't know that, but they said like he was saying that Elton John, tried to blackball R. Kelly back in '96, and
Yep.
say that
He did.
Michael Jordan brung Kells back
Hmm.
when he did the "I Believe I Can
I
Fly"
believe I can
song
fly.
for Space Jam.
Space Jam.
So
Yep.
now I'm tripping. Like, why the hell would Gayle King come out and say that Elton John talked to her briefly before she did the interview with R. Kelly?
Damn. And that's the bombshell I was waiting for because I was wanting to hear what Gail King had something to do with it before the interview. I knew it had to be some catch to it.
Yeah, she said she talked to Elton John right before she went and did the right before she did the interview with R. Kelly. Lotto, yeah, Lotto. That's Lotto. That's Lil Uzi Vert artist. I think that was. And then Jesse Powell. That's the dude that sang that song. You now Coolio.
Hmm. Yeah, I'm still tripping about Jesse Powell though. Just passed away like right after he just turned 51.
Hey, it's crazy, man. Now you got people like, Tevin Campbell, he out doing tour. Then you got motherfuckers like, oh, I'm sorry, I gotta clean it up, man. But you got people like Genuine going around here making a fool out of himself.
Oh my God.
Free Cal, man, free Cal ASAP, man. I can't take Genuine no more.
See, I'm like, what? I'm just trying to figure out what in the world is Genuine doing.
Cause he ain't the same OG no more. He
Man,
think he
sometimes that pony need to go back to the shade.
he ain't got a pony no more. He got a mule, man. Elton John tried to diss Michael Jackson. Now we know Gail and them don't care for Michael Jackson at all. For the disrespect
At
they did to
all.
Michael Jackson, that was crazy.
Yep.
Then look at Macaulay Culkin. He a dope fiend. One of the boys
Who
committed suicide.
actually, Macaulay Culkin is actually doing good though.
He didn't
But
got himself
but when
together.
it came, yeah, he done been got himself together. I mean, he had a son not too long ago.
Yeah, that's good. That's good to see him back together, man. Cause
Macaulay Culkin doing cool though.
man, he was one of the greatest kids I ever seen, man. Watching Home Alone, one of my favorite,
Yep.
1 and 2.
Hmm.
I was so pissed
Yep.
off when they changed the actors. Like, why they bring that
Oh
kid
man.
ain't got no skill, man. He ain't got nothing on the real original Home Alone. That's just like Spider Man,
Exactly.
right? I don't watch a lot of, but when they changed from Peter Parker to this other dude, I'm like, man, I can't watch this stuff, man. Now you got
Yeah, I
Genuine
stopped
out
watching
here.
it too.
Genuine know he a fool, man. He just out here having fun at this point. You see the dude
Yeah,
like he lift himself up off the stage like he floating on air. He kicking.
right. Right, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, that's why I'm looking at this R&B scene. Like, I'm currently looking at R&B looking. I'm like, man, I'm ready for R. Kelly to come on.
Yeah, Cal need to
I'm
come
like,
on.
yeah, 'cause he need to come back.
Cal
We
only
need
did
to,
that one dance move, that old leg shaking. He got
right,
Genuine beat just doing the leg shaking dance, man. Genuine out here looking the fool, think he still got it, man.
right,
I know he be having to get Bengay and everything.
man. I was like, I wonder if Tyrese and Tank even. I'm like, even hit him up and say, like, what is you doing?
Man, Tyreek Tank just dropped a new album called what, R&B Money or something. But that's one of Barry Hankerson boys.
Exactly.
They try to replace R. Kelly with Barry Hankerson tried to replace R. Kelly with Genuine and Tank and all them more. None of that shit worked.
Exactly.
They
They
was
ain't
mad
even
as
got half. They ain't even got half the talent he got.
they was
Not to
mad as
mention,
hell that Genuine out here in Dallas. They say he came out here and performed a couple weekends ago, say he wouldn't even sing.
what?
Yeah. He got a backup singer on the stage, sang all his songs.
Wow. Not even Pony.
Man, he got a backup singer on the stage with him at all times. The dude be singing, and he just be in the background trying to dance and shit. What's going
Man,
on,
no wonder Kevin stopped messing with him.
What's up, nephew? Big Vibe Opinion 2.2. Coming back.
Well,
You in
we
effect. You
coming,
improve.
we coming back we coming back much smoother and improved, like you just said. Grown up conversation. I'm quite sure the people happy to hear from Unc, man. Unc had a birthday.
Yeah, vacation and everything. What's up, chat
Uh,
family? Blessing to the whole chat family. Blessing.
Yeah, I was telling EJ earlier about the Tupac situation when we watched the little thing I sent you,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
they were
yeah.
saying, how he put his first album out under his own record label, but then he got into that little trouble or whatever,
Right.
Yeah,
and
you talking about that? out the gutter. Rick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Richardson
Yeah, that
was
was
on the Out of Dialogue talking about it.
yeah. See, I was just putting that in the chat. That was from Art of Dialogue with Delray Richardson.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I be
Pop
saying
Pop
trying to
was
say
a
it.
lot of Pop was way.
Yeah.
What's up, party crasher? Grow
And
gang, be rich gang.
yeah, cause off that out the gutter records, I seen that on the credits for that Thug Life album.
Okay. Hmm.
When he when he did like Out on Bail and all of that stuff,
Yeah.
but
Yeah. Like
but that
Shock G
didn't make
said,
the
man, he
album.
was strategizing. He was playing to win. Yeah. He was covering all
Yep,
bases. Yeah.
yep, that's
But
right.
Pop.
it was a plot to get him because of the name, the Shakur name, and the Black Liberation Movement. So COINTELPRO
Exactly.
and the government was always on him, and he was aware of that. So he was trying to accomplish a lot and get a lot of stuff done, man. But you got to watch your circle and who infiltrate, and the reason why they infiltrate and try to link up with you. There's always a motive a lot of times behind that, and that was what caused that domino
Yep.
effect.
Right, that's a fact, man. That's a fact because what Pac. We see that we glorify a lot of people glorify the Jeff Force and the Larry Hoovers, but man,
Right.
Pac would have been something. The way
Yeah, yeah,
in like we look at what Martin did, what Malcolm did, what Fred Hampton did. We couldn't even imagine what Pac would have did because Pac would have had a whole younger generation.
Yeah, and Huey P. Newton.
You know, a lot of those guys like they had the older generation, but the younger generation, following behind a guy like Pop would have been crazy, man. It would have been
Exactly.
so crazy. It would have been. I mean, it would have been way more powerful. And like you say, man, and then you join that with what was already going on in the world, like what we was headed towards. Ain't nobody picked up that torch since Pop, pretty much.
Right.
Pac was the last of a kind when you talk like those guys what we just named, like Huey P's, the Mars, the Malcolms. Pac was the last of that type of generational person that spoke like evolution. Like we had the Farrakhans and those people, but Pac was just different, man. And to be young as he was, I'm quite sure that surprised the whole. That surprised the government as well because this is a young dude 19 18 19 years old
right.
doing this.
Mhm.
He didn't they didn't want Pop waking up the hood about Brenda having a baby at 13 12 13 years old.
Say that
Mhm.
again, nephew. That part right there. Waking up.
No, he didn't want the
Wake
world didn't want Pop waking the black community up
that
to
ha
our
ha.
own problem, to
That part
our
right
own
there.
problem.
Now list all the other people. Go back to Donny Hathaway. Go to Bob Marley. Go to Sam
Mhm.
Cooke. Go to
Mhm.
Prince. All these artists. And then when you come back to Shakur, when you get appointed new Black African Panther chairman to revitalize what your before you did to carry on to another level, they already see the intellect, they see the well versed, well read, highly intelligent. You infuse, like Kel said, you infuse the minds in the public and you waking people up. And it ain't just your culture, because
It's all
if you really do the numbers, a lot of us wasn't buying albums like that. So
we
the
were
other
bootleggers.
color, the other color were actually buying the albums because they wanted to know how can we live like the hood and be down like that, but yet do it from these rich white suburban mansions and stuff.
Ooh, boy,
Yeah,
So
that's
man.
when you look at the elitists, when you wake up their children do that, and then they turn and try to and start supporting. Whew, and then they
Ooh.
hear the difference between you and the interviews. Yeah, you might talk a little bit about, the cars and let them get the money chasing. But they say that's a small percentage. That ain't what you really talking about. You talking about a liberation, a awakening in a movement. And then you linking up with this artist who got some following. This artist got a mass following. This other artist got a mass following. Whoa, y'all trying to put a coalition. No, stop him. Take his stuff off the shelf. Infiltrate his inner circle. Find out the gaps and the weakness and infiltrate that. They did the same thing to Malcolm X, say the same thing to, Martin Luther King. The same thing. It's the same scenario, EJ. It's the same scenario. It's the same script, bro.
I seen the pictures of them on their last day, especially the one
It's
with Malcolm X.
always the person closest to our leaders, right?
Yeah.
Our people that actually step out and say, I'm a leader, right? It's always the person closest to the leader that get compromised, right?
Right.
Even like now, we look back at this Kale case. None of these females was close to Kale's as the guy who played guitar for Kale's daughter.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't care.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to go infiltrate her. We're going to infiltrate him. We're going to go and cause this family havoc. And they going to give us what we want.
Mm-hmm.
Why they didn't compromise? They didn't press none of these other people.
Mm-hmm.
And if you listen to Demetrius Smith talk, that means you should have had about 50 to 100 James, right?
Mm-hmm.
But none of them.
Over that period of time, you talking about 30 years? Shoot.
Yeah, you can't.
And that's all y'all come up with, and all of them is not credible and lying on each other, throwing each other on the bus, story changing every second as the wind blow. Stop playing with me. Stop playing with my intelligence, man.
You come with one James, and the only reason why this James, only reason why they felt that though this James would be more credible is simply because of the connection with the auntie, the father, the godfather.
You said who was close to who? Because you cut in and out boss, so I couldn't understand what you were saying. I
I
mean, because you
say
cut out when you go ahead.
the reason why they chose to go the way they went at Kale's this time, they went through the guitar player, the daddy. You're a part of the band.
Oh yeah, okay.
You done already came out and said they want your daughter. Your wife came out and said they want your daughter. That ain't good enough. We finna put more pressure on y'all. They put so much pressure on this man till this man had a heart attack. You think they gave a damn? They still came to the family and say, well, we still need you to talk. I bet if you look back over, if you can go back into the record, if these mothers didn't have a house, if the daughter homeless, the mom ain't got nothing going for herself, more than likely the daddy didn't have life insurance. I wouldn't be surprised if the government paid for his funeral. You got to think.
Yeah.
When you talk about Fred Hampton, you got a black brother get caught stealing a car. They convinced him to go to work with them, the government. We're going to need you to go get in, try to join inside the Black Panther Party. Why did they want to take the Black Panther Party down so bad? Because Brother Fred Hampton, he was educating the youth.
Yep.
He was feeding the youth. It wasn't a such thing as a child going without. It wasn't a such thing as black parents' lights being cut off or not being able to pay their rent. The Black Panther Party was a community that helped uplift each other. The government say, these people is creating a black liberation right under our nose. We can't have that. So they got a brother who got caught up in some, didn't even have nothing to do with what the Black Panthers had going on. Yeah. But he got a position in the Black Panther Party. And the worst mistake Fred Hampton did was trust this man to be over the weapons department. They didn't have weapons because they wanted to go against the police. They had weapons for their own protection. But guess what the police did? You go back and watch that movie, Judas and the Black Messiah. They try to turn they had to use this guy because the first effort they did, if you think about it, the first thing they did was they tried to get the Panthers to be in tour with Jeff Fort and the Rangers. So it would have been a war against black on black. Then that takes itself out. We don't have to do nothing. But when that didn't work, when they gonna kill themselves, but that didn't work because Jeff Fort was a stand-up guy, along with Fred Hampton. They was able to sit down and have a conversation. We talking about a revolution. We can't
Now, nephew, think about this. Everything that we've been saying thus far. Now it rings more and more clear when you listen to Tupac in that jail interview, and they asked him, well, then why can't you tell him for this? He said, well, because I can't tell nobody what to do unless I'm able to feed them. You know what I mean?
Ooh, say it again.
You know, I can't tell nobody what to do unless I'm ready to feed them. You know what I mean? And he said, but when we do stand up, when those individuals, paraphrasing, do stand up in our community to address these issues, is what he was getting the point across, and talk about our concerns. That was the whole idea of the acronym Thug Life. It wasn't no rap group. It wasn't no song. It had nothing to do with none of that. It was an acronym that broke down the ills and the injustice that we had been dealing with since the plantation. The hate you gave little infants, F's everyone. America, this is what you have created. Now, you must deal with that you have created. The dirt that you have dropped, we have taken it back and presented it back to you. Here's our issues. You will address our concerns from your bully pulpit. Meaning your laws, and when you come to the microphone, all you stand up before people, address our issues. We have concern. He said, anytime someone of us stand up to try to do that, y'all take them out. And here it come. Just what he said. And you wonder why NIWGA want to live a negative lifestyle, because in their mindset, doing so is safer. You don't get took out. But at the same time, in one of his songs, and I yield back, he said, I'd rather live like a man than die like a coward.
No, definitely.
And not all the time you get taken out physically, but you get taken out and your voice gets silent. Your art form that's able to go across the four corners of the globe and impart and be able to speak to people's situation, whether it be music like his. Bob Marley really believed in his heart and soul that he can change the face of racism with music. They don't want that. When I say they don't want that, the spirit behind whatever group and entity is being used, whatever you want to put it at, there's a spirit behind that says we don't want goodness. We don't want fairness and decency. So you got to stand up with goodness and principles and fight back against that through the very laws that they have laid down, that they manipulated at their leisure. But there's unity only in strength. You can't do it by yourself.
Man.
So we just got to keep on speaking till someone wake up and say, wow, that's what's been going on. Yes, lock arms with us. Come on. We all got to do it. And it ain't about this one demographic. It's about all humanity. And I yield back.
Well, I was watching something today, earlier, or well, I want to say it was last night when I was at work. And they talked about the U.S. Census, right? And they was like, why you think they haven't put out the U.S. Census numbers yet from last year that they collected those numbers? He was like, well, Caucasians are about to be less than 50% of the population. And they say, well, now we talk about being on the verge of extinct, and they said they had like the ratio of number of births in the Caucasian community compared to the black community and other communities. They was like, man, the percentage was so low, like hundreds of thousands less than what they normally average.
Right.
And then they was the guy was breaking it down. He was like, you know, now you understand why they're allowing all these illegal, why they're allowing all the immigrants into the country, because when you're an immigrant, they can automatically count you as Caucasian. And they said, now you look at it, how do you think this world, like we've been called the minority,
right,
for how long?
A very long time.
So now they putting all of these programs that's supposed to be in place to help the minority. Well, our people are so blind and not paying attention to what's going on. The minority is slowly slipping away from us and giving and turning over to them being a minority, which means they're going to benefit from all of these programs on top of what they already have inherited from this country. And guess what? Now we become the majority, and then guess what? Our people gonna fail horribly, because guess what? We have yet to manage how to keep a dollar in our community for more than an hour.
Say that again.
It's a lot going on in this world that our people, I'm not gonna say everyone, it's a lot going on in this world that we are not paying attention to.
Yeah, because we get distracted by all that other stuff.
Right. The worst thing that happen is we become the majority, and boom, it's self-destruction from them.
Right.
Because we still had, and we the majority. That means we should know how to unify. Long as the Caucasians was the majority, guess what? They unified. They came together. They stood together. They stick together. When any of you don't see them out here. The type of stuff we have seen surrounding this chaos case, which Charlie Sheen was accused of something way more critical. And did you see those Caucasians out, talking about Charlie Sheen? They weren't asking for him to be locked up or none of that. You don't hear nothing about it. The man going through Hollywood with the whole, he got the whole package.
Right. Yeah, that rapper did the same thing. Well, it was Pop, DJ rapper, Caucasian gentleman.
DJ, the dude
Polk.
that had over 100.
Yeah, Polk. Yeah.
Had over 100. I forgot.
Over like 600 or something he was saying. He did.
Somebody know the name infected. In the chat.
Yeah.
DJ.
It's Pope. It's Pop or Pope, something like that.
I forgot that dude's name.
Yeah, it's Pop. It's Pop. DJ Pop or DJ Polk, something like that. Something along like that. And he was on Facebook, social media, bragging about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it was hundreds of them. Yeah.
His community ain't gonna come out against it. You know what I'm saying?
That's a form of terrorism right there. True.
That community, his community ain't gonna speak about that. Right. They gonna embrace theirs. They gonna uplift theirs. They gonna hold theirs. Especially if they ain't one of the ones that's out here running around with our people.
Right.
Now, not all the time they gonna have a problem if it's some of their kids. But long as it's our kids, they don't care about that. What's going on in the world?
That's the same man on the plantation. That's the same thing that they did on the plantation with our women and children.
Yeah, but the world got it. The world. And that's what we're gonna do on this platform, because I'm gonna speak about it. I'm gonna speak about it, what's going on, man. Because if we continue to go the direction that we've been going, man, it won't last long. DJ Pope.
Yeah. Yeah, that's totally. Yeah.
It ain't gonna last long,
Yeah.
We ain't got no more activists, right? We got a whole activists out here. Gerald Griggs, you a chairman in the NAACP. They're supposed to be a part of our civil rights. They're supposed to protect our civil rights as citizens. But this
Right.
man is out here advocating for a man to be locked up who almost all of his constitutional rights were violated.
Right. Yeah.
So is the NAACP still for
Mm, mm, mm.
Black American community?
A selected group of individuals, whatever the agenda is, that's what fit. See, see, here's the thing. Here's the thing, nephew, and it's real simple. It's not really complicated. Um, we make choices in life that we think are the best one for our future. A lot of times, those choices are decisions that we make that we never thought what came with that. And now you in this, okay, I gotta let this run its course, but I want out of this. Well, there's some consequences and some repercussions from one coming in here. And just like they said about the law, ignorance of the law is no excuse. But then you have the mindset that people like, our parents had, like triple darkness. Well, you didn't know that you didn't know that you didn't know. However, there's still some dire consequences for you being a part of this. And now you say you want out. It don't work like that. It don't work like that. So now you need something that's outside and more powerful than that particular entity or group of individuals that's controlling whatever that thing is. And that's you, the music industry, for instance. There's consequences for the decision that you make. It's just what it is. It's what it is. You go into that industry, it don't benefit the artist. Period. Period.
Right.
There's consequences for that. When you look at the proven track record in history, what happens to artists from that? Especially when you look at our ethnicity, it's just they either go to jail for a long time, never get out, they die, or they be broke.
Okay.
And those who did get a hold of their things and try, move differently, they still turned around. And so my point is, what did it profit you? It was all vanity.
Mm-hmm.
Being an entrepreneur, being an independent artist in whatever the art form you got, is pretty much the best way to go. The only thing with that people know, that's a longer, tedious process.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't move quickly. I don't get the numbers up and get the notoriety like that. You know what I mean? But
Right.
then I'm like, okay, well then what is your purpose and your motive for your art form, and what are you trying to do? You're trying to impact people's lives for better and for goodness and to be, whatever, going good. You're trying to impact them, you're trying to make a difference, or you just trying to make money and live a lavish lifestyle. Because if you just want to live a lavish lifestyle and be rich, that's easy. Sign whatever, compromise, sell out, do whatever, and you will blow up and be the top thing in the world. That's how it go. But when they call upon you, you got to answer whatever that call may be. But those who reject that, man, I wonder what happened to so-and-so artist. Man, that last album they did was banging up. Or so-and-so made that movie. Oh, man, I don't hear nothing about that brand no more. What about? So, I can still hear that phrase, that Pac echo. And you wonder why NIWGA live a negative lifestyle, because to them it's safer.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy and twisted that makes sound.
So I got a question, and to hear you speak the way you speak, right? And me being a logical thinker, right?
Mm-hmm.
So is it safe to say this? And this right here, when I'm gonna say this, is it safe to say, is it safe to say when you coming into this music industry, your life is considered collateral, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So that's not
That's it.
that's no different than going to a bank getting a loan, going to a car lot getting a car loan,
That's right.
anything.
That's right. That's right.
Whenever you get into a contract, you have to have some type of collateral, right?
Right. It's
So
blood
let's
in,
say,
blood in, blood out.
oh, okay. Now, you
The
get where I'm
only one
going with
that can
that.
free you from that is when you make it in your mind. I made the decision. I live with the consequences. I was ignorant of what I went into, or I knew what I was going into, but because of what I wanted and desire, I moved forward. I no longer subscribe to that idea, and I want a complete turnaround and denounce all of that. Creator of the all living universe, please help me and navigate me through that. Once you've done that, and that's sincerely spoken out of the depths of your bowels and your soul, immediate disruption to pure you and cleanse you and flush out everything that was associated with you with that particular thing. And it's not a pretty picture. If you need Bible reference story without going into it, the story of Job. Not everybody can withstand that process and that purification and that cleanser. Not everybody can do that. And that's probably why people compromise and throw away their principles and their standards and their morals. Yet, when they go in and close their eye, they have to numb those decisions that they made and the consequences. And you don't want to know what people who have worked and slaved and grind and practiced and rehearsed all their life for that one shot to get to the industry, get to the lead. And when you able to get to the numbers and have the notoriety, you can get the endorsements and be all the commercial and be a name, a brand. You don't want to know what it takes to do that. And when you realize that ain't for me, what am I doing? This ain't for me. Hey, this ain't what I want. Hey, you can't just walk away like that. Blood in, blood out.
Blood in, blood out. Like on what that movie Barbershop, right? When
Mm-hmm.
Q sold the barbershop to Lester
Mm-hmm.
and found out that they was finna turn the barbershop into a strip club,
Mm-hmm.
he say he thought he was just gonna be able to go back and take Lester the money. You remember that?
Mm-hmm.
Then
It
he
don't
go to
work like
return the money.
that. It don't work
Lester
like
like,
that.
you know, I need 10% on
Yeah.
top of that.
Yeah.
Well, I ain't even. Hey, that's not my problem. You
Yeah.
took the money.
Yeah.
You can't just come return the money back and
Yeah.
say I don't want to
Yeah.
sell it no more.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
IQ take off, run out there. He sent that man. Go get him.
Yeah.
You go get this money. You gonna take this money.
Mhm.
But you
Yeah.
got into you signed you got into shady business with the devil right after your wife and told you, look, don't do that.
Yeah.
You did it anyway. So
Yeah.
you thought that money was gonna make your wife happy. She went off on Cube and say, what was you thinking? He
Yeah.
thought, oh, I could just go take that money back and it's gonna be okay.
Mm.
No.
Mm.
Once you get that loan, whether it's no
Yeah.
matter what kind of loan it is, anytime somebody loan you something in life, trust me, it comes with something in return.
Mm. It's just like going to a loan shark.
Mm-hmm.
It never ends.
You go to a car lot, you go to a loan,
Yeah.
like you say, loan dealer, loan, title loan, anywhere. Look at they got title loan, right?
Yeah.
Payday loan. You
Yeah.
got to have some type of collateral that's worth the value of what you're trying to take.
Right.
So you get into this industry, what your life is the collateral because they're
Yeah.
not asking you, do you have a car? They ain't
Right.
asking you, do you have a house?
Yeah.
They
Right.
want to know if you got a family though.
Yeah. We own your talent.
Who are you willing to sacrifice to say you want to be great?
Yeah. And at the end of the day, like an individual said on the red carpet, and I ain't gonna say her name. She said, at the end of the day, it's not even worth it. She said, you're gonna literally sign your name in blood to get into this industry, whatever part it is. That's just what goes with it. Just a prerequisite. And I'm paraphrasing. That's just how this goes. She said, at the end of the day, it's not even worth it. But some people don't realize that until they have gotten into it. And when you realize, wow, this ain't what I signed up for. No, I'm not even trying to put that type of music out. I'm not even on that. My principles don't even try to put that type of lyrics and message out. Hey, you forgot about this clause in this contract. Look at that. Oh, wow. It's just like the movie of South Central in the jail. Ali helped OG Bobby Johnson out. And he told him, okay, he said, you owe me for helping you with the Aryan Nation, because they was gonna, because your deuces, your gang, they traded you off. They cleared their debt with you. So the Aryans about to mop you. I came in with my people and I settled that and made a negotiation. Now you owe me 15 boxes of cigarettes. But I'm gonna tell you what I'm gonna do, Ali. Paraphrase this. Ali said I'm gonna do. Because of what I did and failed to do with my son, and he wound up getting caught up with some knuckleheads and got killed. And I turned around and took all 3 of their life. Now I end up in here for life. But I still see hope for you, OG Bobby Johnson. So here's what I'm gonna do. You owe me 15 boxes of cigarettes. Now you repay me by reading 2 hours every day. What he was doing, helping Bobby shift and go another direction. So when he got out, he had a new foundation that he had built, a new establishment, a new direction. He had a new why. He said, even if it costs my life, I will go sing as my son's life. But he had to go in there. I'm going to let that breathe. And when he got a hold to the right connection, the mindset changed. There was a new birth, a new awakening. He committed to that. When he got out, he had a focus in the why. He said, even if it cost my life, I was going to save my son's life.
And that's
a lot of times that's what may have to happen to some of us. I ain't gonna say that might be Kel's situation. I'm just saying, it's something to think about.
That's the part of rehabilitation.
Yeah, not
that's
just him, all of us. And they ain't necessarily going inside of a jail cell. It's falling like you did, nephew, falling back like the first Top Gun movie. A good pilot, he says, is always compelled to evaluate what has happened so that he may apply what he's learned. So you took a step back, flush some things out, got your mind renewed, reestablish yourself, you reshift your focus, and say, okay, I'm gonna approach this again on another level. I'm gonna make some necessary adjustment and take this to another level. And that's what you did. And you and I ain't had this conversation.
Well, definitely. I had to, man, because I started to feel pressure.
I already knew what was going on.
And I'm like, man, hold on.
Yeah.
I just can't go out like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Especially, God give you a vision. He give you that vision for a reason.
Yes,
he give you a
sir.
vision to act on. He don't give you a vision just to let you know. He give you a vision for you to make them necessary changes so you don't fall victim to circumstances.
Mm-hmm.
And like you say, my grandma was one that always told me, like, God will sit you down and isolate you from everybody.
Yes.
When he trying to talk to you, a lot of times you're gonna feel like you all alone But you know
Man, you
what?
better say
That's
that
where
loud.
God wants you to be. You
Yep.
feel like you all alone, but you right
Yes.
where God wants you to be. And
Yes,
me, I
sir.
have affirmations all the time,
Yeah.
And I know the other morning I got out of work and I was just going through it and going through it and going through it. And I'm the type of person, I follow my mind, And my son mother, my son mother is real heavy into the Bible and things like that. So I text
Okay.
her, I said I need a word. We don't talk all the time.
Right.
And
Right.
I
Right.
text her, I said I need a word. She said she sent me a picture. She said I wrote this down last week because it was on my mind. It was something on the
Mm.
paper about me. She said I knew this and I just been waiting on you to text me. And I
Wow.
was like, wow.
Mm.
I send you the message. She said I've been waiting on you to text me. I've been had a message for you that God put on my heart. And I promise you, what she said to me was pertaining to everything I was feeling. And I said to myself, like, I knew I had that feeling for some reason, man. I'm the type of person, I know me. I know my body, I know my heart, I know my mind, and I follow the spirit. You know, that's why
Mm-hmm.
even when me and you connected, I knew I said, man, something about my uncle different. I
Right.
don't call no anybody my uncle. You know what I'm
Yes,
saying?
sir.
I ain't know anybody in my family. I love coming on here, and I must say, all of the messages. I promise. When I read some of these messages from people, when I put my video up and said I'm gonna be taking a break, I literally dropped tears, man, because I'm like, man, I'm a little dude, come from a little small country town,
Right.
you know, in life where my own the people from my own hometown don't even follow me and support me the way that my YouTube family do. I
Yeah.
can go to if I said if I had $100 for anybody from my hometown that's on my YouTube channel, I probably have that same $100 in my pocket
Mm.
for the rest of my life.
Mm.
But to see and read the comments from people who appreciate me, who appreciate us, the prayers that we pray for people, like, it's so, man, I didn't know the impact
Yes,
that I was
sir.
having. But if y'all thought y'all saw something then, wait till y'all see what's to come.
Right.
See,
Yeah.
back then I was working with a three of a kind.
Right.
I'm coming back with a royal flush. You better believe that. You better believe that. I'm coming back. I'm coming back. And when they say life is like a game of Texas Hold'em. You gotta know when to hold. You gotta know when to
Know
fold.
when to fold them. Yes, sir.
I folded them. I was out. I couldn't play that hand I had.
Right.
I seen it coming. And when I look back and I look at everything that's been going on, I saw all of this coming. But I say, you know what? Don't get caught up. You know what I'm saying? It's landmines out here.
Right. Right.
It's landmines all on this
Gotta tread
platform.
carefully. Yep.
This platform is full of landmines. And
Yep.
one wrong move,
Yep.
it ain't gonna just cost you a leg or an arm. It costs you your life. So
And that's
hey,
what made me pull back initially when I came out here. And I ain't got no YouTube channel. I'm not interested. I'm old school. I ain't interested in none of that stuff. That's not my lane. That ain't my gift. That ain't what I do. And I just pulled back because I noticed one common word just kept coming up in my head. I kept hearing brokenness. All the people, all the drama and all that stuff, no matter who was speaking, no matter what channel it was, all the stuff they was allowing, all the stuff they was tied up in, wouldn't let go, whoever it was, ain't gonna say no channel, no name, because it's totally irrelevant. It don't make it, it's not the point. The point is that I saw brokenness and individuals who still had past trauma. They had anger, they had resentment, unforgiveness, not for another individual like on the YouTube or people come on their channel, for them from within them. And that energy and all of that negativity is transferred and trauma bond with other individuals that come on that's of the same stuff. I had to pull away from all of that. I had to pull away from all of that. Nobody's trying to be healed. No one is trying to get information to fight justice across the board, no matter who the human is, and try to strive to be the best version of themselves and put out goodness. No one wants on none of that. So I'm like, what's the purpose of me? I'm not in agreement with none of this stuff. And the word said, how can two walk unless there be an agreement?
Mm-hmm.
This is not the path of goodness, and I'm trying to go on to be the best version. Oh no, this is a distraction. And I have to pull back. People get hurt like that.
Yeah, most
People
definitely.
they go to jail. People's family get this. You can see all that effect it has. No one wins in that type of situation. I don't care what your point is, what this point is, who started what happened, how it got to that. It don't matter. No one wins like that.
And who is the art of confusion?
Satan himself. So I knew what it was. I said, oh no, this ain't no goodness from above. This from the pit of hell. We got to remove. And what the word said, come out from among them. Remove yourself. I had to come out from among them. All of that listening and hearing, oh no, we ain't on there. And I fell back. So I stopped keeping up with a lot of stuff.
Thank you, BB.
And just pull back.
You have to, man, because BS is BS. And if you consume enough of it, guess what? You're going to start to speak it, right? That's like it's so crazy, right? Yesterday morning when I got out of work, my daughter called me. I said, what's going on? She said, oh, nothing, Dad. I just called you before I get ready for school. I said, okay. I say, I'm on my way home, and we just talking. She said, well, I'm just sitting here watching the news. Did you know the hurricane's about to hit Florida? I said, yeah. I said, I've been watching it. She said, yes, also was a tornado as well. It messed up some airplanes and stuff. So I'm like, okay. I'm like, she's like, I watch the news every morning. Remember how you used to watch the news every morning before you go to work? And I'm like, wow. My mama
See
said
that?
she watched the news every morning.
See that?
I'm sitting, she talking about, Dad, do you know Vladimir Putin? I say, what are you saying? Oh, no lie, I put this on my life, man. No, it messed my head up.
Yeah.
I'm talking to her mama. I'm like, her mama say that girl watch the news every morning. She know and I'm like, I say this is smart. It's good, but at the same time, it's scary because I know what. And I had to tell her, I say, look, whatever you watch on the news, don't talk about that at school. Because you watching, you looking at what the news say. You go to school, you repeat this, right? Somebody may try to tell you something different, but we gonna talk about it.
Right.
I would talk to you about it. We can have our conversations about it, but I don't want nobody to ever, look at you a certain way because you just voicing what you saw on the news. I can tell when she do her conversation that she watched this news every morning because I watch it on my phone.
Right.
So when she talking about stuff that's actually going on. So I say that to say, and that goes with anything in life. If you see it enough, you become consumed by it. Right. So, and that's my daughter. Like, she used to see me every morning. I would always watch the Weather Channel to see how my day was going to be. If it's going to be raining, I need to wear my rain jacket. If it's snowing, I need to make sure I got my snowsuit on, whatever. And that's just a habit that I had created.
But look at it like this, nephew. You help, like Pac said, I'm not saying I'm going to change the world, but I guarantee you I will spark the brain. So you spark the brain for her to be aware and alert and to know what's going on. Awakening. That's all it is, an awakening. You spark something in there. And so now, look at what that's going to, it'll take it to this level. You don't know how that will wind up. And now she'll find her purpose or why, what her passion is, because you sparked something that started a momentum. You know what I mean? Yeah. So that's how I'm looking at it as I hear it.
Oh yeah, most definitely. And my daughter, like I told her, she was always. I only got one daughter. out of all my kids, I only got she's the middle. She's one.
Okay.
She just.
Okay.
Now I always tell her, I'm like, remember, you the boss. Something happened to your dad, everything has to go through you.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't care your brother older, whatever. It don't matter.
Right.
You control all of this.
Right.
You know. And I tell her all the time. I say, look here, she because I swear when I was messed up, she called me and we talking and she would call me out, Dad, what's going on? Or you don't sound like yourself. And, you know, she just had and her mom would be like, I don't know what I'm gonna do with this girl because she ain't no way I can keep her from talking to you, whatever. She told me she say, well, the tornado come where they at. She say her and her brother coming to where I'm at. Go, but yeah, but she'll call me. I mean, consistent every day. She gonna call me and say, "Hey, Dad, 8 o'clock every night on the dot. Hey, Dad, I'm getting ready to go to bed. It's time to say my prayers. You know, she gonna call. We're gonna say our prayers together.
That's what's up, nephew.
She, and it's nothing that me and her mama always say. Like she's very outspoken.
Right.
You know, but at the same time, she's
That's
respectful.
the light. Yep, that's the light. That's the light.
You know, so I told her mama, let her whatever she want to do, whatever she choose to do. You know, I'm always back her, but I always teach her integrity. I always tell her, I talk to her. I say, I'm not going to teach you how to think like a lady. And I got a voicemail. I'm gonna send it to you. You gonna hear her talk. You gonna say, nephew, you got something. She gonna be special. I told her, I say,
God always
like
raises one up in the family that'll be special. You know what I mean? One to be his. Yeah.
I say, I'm not gonna teach you how to be a lady. I say, because naturally that's your instincts to be a lady.
Right.
I say, but I'm gonna teach you how to think like a man.
Right.
I'm gonna tell you things that's gonna help you and put you in positions in life. And a lot of times I used to talk to her, she never really said nothing back. She would always listen though. So she left me a voicemail. I'm gonna record it so everybody can hear it. And she would tell me on my voicemail, like, Dad, I miss you. I think about you all the time. I wish you was here. And I'm gonna always remember what you told me to, always be myself, always think for myself. And on this voicemail, I'm like it left me in shock. Like a lot of times I have to go to that voicemail and listen to it when I have my days, because a lot of people don't know my situation. I raising my son, and a lot of times I look at my son and I couldn't imagine myself in my son's position, not having a mom at 12 years old, 13 years old. A lot of times I try to understand what my son going through, but there's no way I can understand that situation. I can still call my mom.
Right.
A lot of things that I go through in my day-to-day life, I sit back and just think about it and just, I thank God. And I thank God for my blessings and riches, my children. I thank God for introducing me to other people like yourself, my YouTube family, and my uncle, because
me
a lot of
well.
people call me, they be like, they call me when they having problems. But one thing about Big Vi, I can call people when I'm having problems too.
Right.
I ain't too big to call somebody and say, hey man, I'm feeling down. I need a word. I need some help. I'm struggling. And guess what? I know a lot of my struggles come from a lot of choices that I made before I understood what I had to do.
Right.
I ain't had the best life in the world, but I ain't had the worst life either. But it's my job from this point on to make my life what I want it to be.
Right.
Not what they giving me.
Right. And that's just a sign that things are wakening up and you're getting better and you're on a new path. That's how I see it. Hey, just want to pause for a minute. Nothing nice. I don't know if you're looking at the chat saying Big Vi, glad you back. You want to pause for a moment, nephew, and just reiterate the new direction you're going, the new title of the platform and all of that, just to speak to the chat.
Yeah, what's up, nothing nice? Yeah, we back. Chris Terry, what's up? We back. We coming back with the channel. We coming back. We gonna make the channel. It's gonna be Big Vi 2.0. I want to have panels, and I'm encouraging all the people that's a part of the family to be coming on the panels. But the only way we gonna make these panels work is by having people come on the panel like me and Unc having conversation. I should be able to have the females on the conversation, the ladies, the men, and we should be on here cleaning things up. We're gonna try to clean the profanity up so that YouTube can recommend the channel into the algorithm for other people to come and support. And we're gonna have conversations and we're gonna talk about things that need to be talked about, especially addressing our community. Like Pac said, when Brenda had a baby. We're gonna talk about those type of situations. Young kids that are out here, that we're seeing. I've seen pictures with young kids, 11, 12 years old, smoking weed, having guns. We're gonna address situation with these with parents allowing their young daughters at 13, 14 dressing up like grown women. We're gonna have the conversation that other people don't want to have. Because one thing I always believe in, if you don't correct the problem, it won't be a problem. And a lot of people don't understand. We sometimes as parents, we can create the problem.
Right.
And then when the problem come knocking, and then we don't know how to address the problem. Right. So we're going to do a lot of what I want to call is preventative maintenance over here.
Okay.
We're going to have some. We're gonna talk about some preventative situations. We're gonna talk about current situations, of course, what we seeing with Kels, what we seeing with what's going on with the industry. We're gonna most definitely be doing reviews on this right here. When it drops, we're gonna most definitely do some reviews on this. So I hope everybody get up on this show right here that 50 Cent is doing, Hip Hop Homicide. And this is gonna be something for us to really break down, and especially when we talk about the Barry Hankinson aspect, right? Getting the $90 million for the potential earnings Aaliyah would have made if she would have still been alive. And now we look at these artists who's signing these deals getting killed in the first year of the contract.
Yeah.
So we got a lot of different things, and I know Unc gonna like it. So, we gonna probably do, Friday night's gonna be Friday nights. I want to just make it our general conversations, and Saturdays I want it to be like the adult, like the relationship conversation.
Okay.
Man and woman. What does it take to make the relationships work? How do men and women communicate better with each other? How do we help each other? You know what I'm saying? How do we
I got a lot to share with that. I got a lot to share with them when we do that.
Yes. Yeah. So Saturday is going to be the grown adult conversation. Saturday is going to be the adult conversation. We just going to go adult conversation part 1, part 2, part 3, whatever. It's going to be the adult conversations on Saturdays. And we're going to talk about the communication. And we're going to talk about relationships. We're going to talk about motivate. We're going to talk about addressing our partners, or how do we fix things, and other than let things linger along, that normally grow into bigger problems in the end. So we gonna most definitely have to diversify. This is why we need all the ladies that's on the panel. We are encouraging you all to be able to come on to the chat. Put your avatar on your channel. Create your StreamYard as well. It's free. Create your StreamYard or whatever. So you'll be able to come on and we can have these conversations, because we need to hear you all opinion just as well as y'all hearing our opinion. It ain't gonna work if it's just guys on the panel talking about this, because we need to hear you all's perspective as well to make it a conversation. So this channel is gonna grow into something very, very positive and productive as far as everyday life. And we want to be able to encourage everybody. We want to be able to encourage everybody. Like one of the comments I read when I said I was leaving, somebody think it was Lavish Lady or think say every time I come on your panel, I never leave out the way I came in. It's always encouraging and
Yeah.
motivating. And I'm like, wow.
Amen. Amen on that. Yeah. Yeah.
So that alone let me know we're
Yes,
not
sir.
doing it in vain.
Yes,
And
sir.
like you hold it down. I ain't good. I ain't as good as you. When you come on here, you close the thing out, but I be trying to work on it and get better at it. I be trying to get better at it. But shout out to people in the chat who be helping me because like I be knowing some of them references from the Bible, but I don't really be knowing them all the way. But
Don't worry
I done
about all
heard
that.
them, but
We all a team. We a team. So that's what it's about. Everybody got a role to play. That's all it
everybody
is.
got a role,
That's it. That's
and
it.
our brother Dean, we can't wait to get Dean back, J
Oh
Rock
yeah.
back,
Being
Neil back,
fella. Yeah.
the team back, the fellas come back, and
Yeah.
that's
Especially
one idea
brother
that
Jeff.
you said.
Brother Jeffrey
Oh,
too,
Jeff,
man.
yeah,
Brother
Jeff,
Jeff, man.
Jeff,
And
most
and
definitely, Jeff,
yeah, provoke thoughts, man.
yeah. Okay, Linda say I got an email. All right, Linda, I email you and help you out with setting up the stream yard, and I'll send you the link to it, and I'll show you how to set it up or whatever. And I can also do for people who want to participate, for the people who want to participate on the panels, right? I can do a stream yard, but I don't have to broadcast it. I can do a stream yard, and I can email people the link. When I set it up, I can email y'all the link, and we can go into the StreamYard studio, and we can talk and have conversation, but it won't be on YouTube.
Okay.
It won't. So it'll just be behind the scene in the studio. So
Okay.
I can do that for people who want to be a part of the StreamYard when we go Friday. So we need to have all this set up by Friday night. So we go. So today, I should be receiving emails from everyone who want to participate, and we can go backstage on the StreamYard. I can email y'all the link. Y'all hit the link, set it up, and then y'all can come backstage and we can greet each other, meet each other. Hey everybody, you see what the title say? The opinionated family. You say when I first came to your channel, I told you you were one of a kind. Everybody, hey, I thank you so much for that because y'all don't understand. When I was reading these messages, I was reading the messages on. Oh, you gotta go and check on that video on that one. I say you can read it. You can read the comments under the when I said I was leaving. Man, the
Okay.
comments literally. When I say, I mean, it was powerful. Like the
You talking
email.
about on your community page?
Under the video, the video I did when I said I was taking a break. I
Yeah, yeah,
said,
yeah, yeah.
sorry.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
When I talk about, I shared it until 2 or 3 or 4 or 5. I had to get it together. But
Right,
I was
right,
like,
right.
but see, you so used to as a human, right? We so used to doing things. It seems as if those, it's falling on deaf ears.
Yeah.
So when you see the result, I was able to see the result of the work that I've been putting in. Not saying that I was expecting to get any of
Right.
this in
I
return,
got you. I got you.
but to see it and to see the just genuine replies and comments from people, I'm like, I most definitely want to be able to screenshot some of them comments and put them on the page when I go live and just shout out people for the support. Like so many people, and you know what? The most important thing that I really loved about the comments was no one asked me what was going on.
Right, right. That's respectful. Yeah, that's what's up.
That's when people really care about you.
Yeah, yeah.
They're not trying to figure out what's going on. They just saying
Right.
we praying for you.
Yeah,
I'm
that's it.
praying
That's
for
all
you. I
that's
hope you
needed.
get better. That's all that's needed.
That's all
But
that's
when
needed.
somebody try to figure out what's going on with you,
Yeah.
them the people who
That's red flag.
they ready to go back and tell somebody,
That's it.
no,
That's it. That's it.
such and such going through this over here,
Yeah.
So those are the type of those are the affirmations that I understand. It ain't
Yeah.
about what you're going through. I don't care. If I'm gonna
Right.
pray for you, I'm gonna pray for you.
Right.
My concern should be, oh, your light's about to get cut off for you.
Right.
Your rent ain't paid or anything of that nature. No, that ain't what it's about. So
Yeah. That's
when
one
I
of the
tell
things, nephew. Because that's one of the things that the Lord speaks about in His Word that He don't like, that He hates. People running to sow discord. You know what I mean? That's
Mhm.
and that's from the enemy. That's from the enemy. You know what I mean? So when we got to check that, and hopefully that it sparks something in the atmosphere that'll touch them individuals, that help them one day wake up and say, "Ooh, you know what? I don't want to be on that no more." And that's all you can do. That's all you can do is just be a light. That's it. But you got to, like you said, draw the line. Say, we will not have that here. We will not have that here. We won't be. You won't be bringing that type of stuff over to here. And you got to set up a standard and against that. You know what I mean? And let it be known.
Oh yeah,
You know
that's
that.
most definitely. I'm trying to get it. And shout out to Black CEO. He helping me. He been talking to me about branding and things like
Hmm.
that. Like, man, you need to brand your stuff, and it was so crazy. I was talking to somebody about getting a copyright. I gotta go copyright my name and do things like that because I wanted to be more professional. Because somebody was running around here using my name
Oh
in
wow.
places where I don't even visit.
Mm.
But I'm not gonna address that because I'm not gonna give it attention because
Right.
that's not me. I'm not gonna give nobody no attention that you know that's only gonna create more attention.
Right.
I'm not saying I got a million followers over here or this, that, and the third, but I don't want my community and family of people to get caught up in, somebody out here acting to, be something. Everybody know me. I'm
Right.
I'm very vocal. Anywhere I go, I'm very vocal on pages that I go to. But nah, I don't deal with the other side though
Right.
whatsoever.
Right. Right.
I ain't no fence crawler, you know. But yeah. So for everybody who wanna who looking forward to being a part of the panel on Friday, make sure you all email me. Email me so we can set up a stream yard and we can go back in the studio so everybody can get comfortable with using the stream yard our link and things like that, and we can introduce everybody because everybody be asked about everybody be asked about me, J Rock, them, everybody, the whole family. So Friday we gonna talk about Sony. That we be talking about did Sony ever back R. Kelly? That's what it's
Okay.
gonna be on Friday. I got a clip, R. Kelly talking about the situation in 2008 compared to what happened in 2019 too, as well. So we're gonna break it down like a double barrel shotgun, as my girl Courtney Love say. Yeah, man, and this, we gonna keep on doing what we do. But I know Saturday's gonna be lit. Uh, I don't know if I'll probably do a midday Saturday
Okay.
or whatever, probably, or because I'm trying to see what I have going on. Because I think I got something going on Saturday. So if I don't do a midday Saturday, it'll be an evening on Sunday. I'll be free for show Sunday. I got something to do Saturday. I just thought about that. I got work to do. I gotta work Saturday actually because my boss going out of town.
Okay.
So
Sunday sound good for me.
yeah, Sunday evening. I say I do about 4 o'clock Sunday evening. We will have the adult conversation, communication part one.
Okay.
You know, make sure I put that in my notes. So for people, For all the people who watching and listening, Friday we're gonna be talking about Sony support for Kale. So y'all write that down, and y'all can know that, and y'all can be looking up information and finding stuff to share. See, this is how we gonna have to do it. We're gonna have to put the topic out a couple days before, so when we go over the topic, we can bring all the discovery together, and we can lay our case out. Excuse me. So, and then Sunday we're gonna do adult talk.
You some of them stuff, but you find some of them things that I've been sending you interesting to use to utilize.
Oh yeah, that one I had seen with the lady say she don't question nothing her husband do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had seen that one.
I thought that would be interesting to bring that in. But you heard what you said when she started off. She said, I had to learn this.
Mm-hmm.
That's a choice, nephew. That's a choice. That's actually what love looks like. If you want to give them a little snippet when we get to relationship, the topics, and family and stuff, that's what people need to really get in their heart and their mind and their soul.
Most definitely. We're gonna break that one down.
It's a choice. It's a choice. It's a choice that one makes. It's an act of service toward the other individual, whoever they may be, continuously addressing and meeting their needs for the rest of their natural life without expectation. Because when you really pull back the layers of expectation and our mindset, a lot of time is filled with selfishness and what we're going to get out of it. Because when it doesn't happen in life the way we have it in our head, then what happened to the commitment? What happened to the devotion? What happened to the support? You know what I mean?
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So that's just giving them a little snippets. Give them a little snippets. I'm helping you out, nephew. That's all I'm doing. I'm just helping you out.
Oh yeah, you be sending it more definitely. We gonna have a conversation. That's why. And then we having a conversation from different generations.
Yeah.
Because we got your generation. Then we got people who may be
them
younger
generational
than you.
curses, boy. You got to break them generational curses.
We got generations of experience within this channel. I'm quite sure everybody is different ages or whatnot. So we have different generations of experience. So we get to how each generation did it different or see it different or whatever the situation may be. So So I'm gonna schedule this. When we get up off of here in a few minutes, I'm gonna schedule these live for Friday night. We're gonna push Friday night. We're gonna push for like 11:30 p.m. You work Friday night, don't you? Or you off Friday night?
I'm off.
You out? Okay, so 11:30. We're gonna push for 11:30 p.m. 12 o'clock. 11:30, 12 o'clock Friday night. And then on Sunday we're gonna do 4 p.m. or 5 p.m. We're gonna be a little earlier. So so Sunday that's gonna be 4 or 5. We're gonna be eating time, so we really gonna be able to get it in for a few hours on that topic. I'm quite sure that one gonna be very interesting. Adult talk communication part 1.
Yeah, that's Sunday. Most definitely, I'm most definitely all in on that Sunday.
Yeah. So we gonna wrap it up, man. We didn't been on here for about 3 hours now.
Okay.
Then the brother T. Glenn, I ain't seen him on here, but last week he had texted me and he told me that he had caught COVID, man. I was like, wow, man, you can't catch a break. On top of the dialysis, he caught COVID on top of going to dialysis. And, they had that storm down there. He did text me yesterday and say they were okay. but I haven't heard from him since earlier yesterday. So,
Hmm.
um, uh, shit, we'll get it figured out though.
Okay.
With T Glenn, you know, I'm
Okay.
quite sure that brother, man, he have a lot of battles on his hand, but he's
Yeah.
a true soldier in the midst of in the midst of the
Yeah.
war.
Yeah.
You know, he ain't laying down.
Right. Right.
So, uh,
Yeah. I'm gonna put some stuff in the text that I want him to look into adjusting. I don't know how his diet eating regimen is and stuff to take, but I know some stuff I can
yeah, he
suggest.
can't eat a lot of different stuff.
Yeah.
Our postman had him come on and talk about it, but he was telling me
Okay.
about a lot of different stuff that he can't eat and
Right. Right.
a lot of different stuff that he can't drink as well. You
Right.
know, when it comes to things that he drank,
Okay.
he was breaking it down to me one day we was talking.
Okay.
I had planned on him coming on the chat, but a lot of time when he go to the dialysis, he say he be weak when he get
Yeah.
from there. So
Yeah. Yeah.
I was like, well, we'll eventually get to that point, because that's something that's very popular in the black community as far as
Yeah.
even the high blood pressure as well,
Yeah.
but kidney
Yeah.
failure,
Yeah.
and things like that. So that's
Yeah.
what, man, we gonna save our people. Most definitely try to save our people because y'all gonna be out here like oh, there go T Glenn, look at him. All right, T Glenn, look, I just spoke him up, man.
Yeah.
Spoke
Yeah.
him up, then.
Yeah.
T
Yeah.
Glenn better check out CT Kelly. Y'all miss CT Kelly yet?
Mm.
Oh, you didn't get to see CT Kelly?
Mm-mm.
You ain't get to see CT Kelly. All right, here we go.
Oh,
CT Kelly.
oh, let me come out of the over there. Okay. All right, go ahead. I'm looking
CT
at the
Kelly.
screen now. Sounds
Someone like me. Let's do it. Come on, let's do it. To satisfy your every need. Cause I don't see nothing wrong. Hey, nothing wrong. Little bit of bumping. Well, a little bit of bumping. Nothing wrong. Grind. Oh, 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 I don't see nothing wrong. Nothing wrong. With a little bumping. With a little bumping. Nothing wrong. Right.
you wrong for that. You wrong for that.
That's CT Kelly. Crack no teeth. Yeah. T Glenn say he just waking up on the way
Okay.
to dialysis. I'm safe from the hurricane.
Okay. That's what's up. Mm.
You need it,
Okay.
but he'll be there right on time.
So whenever you're ready, nephew, we're gonna take them over to the book of Jude and
All right,
read
come
that
on,
read that prayer to take us on out.
let's go.
There's only two,
Let's have it.
just two scriptures.
You got the
All
flow,
right.
huh?
All right. Blessing everybody in the chat. Stay prayed up. Stay focused. And remember, if you're tired of what you're getting, then change what you're doing. Because if you don't change what you're doing, you will keep getting what you have. And in that note, to him who is able to keep you from stumbling and to present you before his glorious presence without fault and with great joy. To the only God, our Savior, be glory, majesty, power, and authority through Jesus Christ our Lord, before all ages, now and forevermore. Amen, amen, and amen again. Turn it back over to you, nephew. You there, nephew? Hey, brother T. Glenn. You there, nephew? Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, truck driver called my
Oh okay.
phone, man.
Oh wow.
Okay. All right. You go ahead.
Yeah, I'm already finished.
You already finished? Yeah,
Yeah.
I ain't here because the truck driver called my phone. I had to go out.
Right. I can go back over.
All right, go back over one more time before we get up out of here, man.
To him who is able to keep you from stumbling and to present you before his glorious presence without fault and with great joy. To the only God our Savior be glory, majesty, power, and authority through Jesus Christ our Lord, before all ages, now and forevermore. Amen, amen, and amen again.
Amen. Man, I appreciate that, Unc. Most definitely. You know I
Yes,
appreciate
sir.
that.
Yes, sir.
Every time you come through, bless the panel, bless the chat, bless everybody. You know, I thank everybody for coming out tonight with no notice. If y'all can do me one huge favor, share the video on any platform y'all got. You find a video you like, share it. Share. Let's get the word out. Let people know what amazing job God is doing over here. And that's pretty much it. We're gonna schedule the live for Friday and Sunday. So Friday night we're gonna be talking about Sony, support for Kales, and Sunday we're gonna talk about the adult conversation, communication. Unc say he gonna be ready Sunday, so y'all ladies, y'all better come ready. Unc already say he gonna be ready Sunday, so ladies, y'all better come ready and prepared, cause we're gonna have we're gonna have 2 minutes, 2 to 3 minutes of expressions. So
Yes, sir.
everybody will get to talk and get their point out, and
Yeah.
everybody will get to say how they feel and voice their opinion. And guess what? We gonna all, come together at the end of the day and say, you know what? I learned something from you. I learned
Yeah.
something from you. I learned something from
Yeah.
you. And guess what? That's what it's all about.
Yes, sir.
Taking its and bits of pieces from here and there to put this puzzle together to
Yeah.
create a picture.
That's it, nephew. That's it in a nutshell.
All right. Man. Later on, I know I
Yes,
said
sir.
something. I'll call you and see. But I know I
Okay.
said I'll send something to you or something.
Yeah,
I
about
got.
your daughter. About your daughter.
Oh yeah. I see. I'll let you hear that voicemail she
Right.
sent me. You gonna be like, man, she don't play. She
Yes,
don't
sir.
play.
Yes, sir.
She don't play at all.
Yeah.
All right, T Glenn, you can hit
All
me
right.
up, and everybody else, Linda, BB
Yeah.
Beauty, everybody who
Blessings,
want to
Linda.
be
Blessing, Linda.
a part of the stream yard. Make sure y'all email me, because I can set up a private stream yard for us to come on, for everybody can see how it works.
Yeah,
And
you can pull it up on YouTube. They got some tutorials on there that's really simple too.
yeah.
Yeah.
So that was Linda say, can I set it up so
Yeah.
I can send her she gonna hit me up. I can set it up
Right.
and send her a link, and when she hit the link, it should be simple. You ain't gotta pay
Right.
for nothing, but
Right.
she get to come backstage and see how it is, and you ain't gotta have your camera on. They ask you all that
Right.
before you get on. You're
Right.
gonna
Right.
allow
Right.
your mic and camera have access, but you can cut it off after you allow. You can cut it
Right.
off. So
Right.
So all right, y'all.
All
Friday
right,
night.
blessing nephew, blessing chat,
Man,
blessing
salute,
T Glenn.
salute.
Yeah, holla.